31-28. I'm going to tell everyone, put half your wager on Texas plus the points and the other half on the money line.
Ooh, that will throw the SEC somewhat into chaos if that were to happen.
Yep.
This could also throw it into chaos. Alabama, 6-point favorite, home to Oklahoma.
Yeah, and people around the country love Oklahoma. Line's coming down. I watched Oklahoma a couple weeks ago, and I had them against Tennessee. And I think sometimes you got to be honest with yourself. I thought Tennessee was a better team. Just that one play changed the entire game, that fumble return for the touchdown. So I think Oklahoma's good. Do I think that they're next level? No. They could have lost to Auburn, had a few calls go their way so much that a referee's not officiating games for the rest of the season. John Mateer was throwing for 303 yards per game before the injury, 183 after. Now, playing tougher competition, but he doesn't look the same here. And last year, when Oklahoma won in Norman 24-3, the quarterback was Jalen Milroe. Alabama's line has not been great. Running game hasn't been great, but I think their receivers, all three, next level, right there with Ohio State here, under a touchdown. I'm going to ride Bama here. Roll Tide, 31-17.
Roll Tide. Okay,
Yep.
Let's go to tonight. Oh, we got one you can talk about tonight. We're about 20 minutes or so away from kick.
Yep.
Louisville, you've got them favored by 3 against Clemson.
Yep, and if you were to face Louisville, you would have loved to have faced them right after the Miami game. Now, they've kind of been just, swimming along. They had trouble beating Boston College, Virginia Tech, and last week looked awful against California. So I think you're going to actually see the best version of Louisville. Have a feeling you're going to see Brom scheme up some stuff here. He can call some plays here when he's on. The only negative for them is Isaac Brown's not going to play. And I think they need both Browns, not related, to be real successful. But their defensive line, really good. Right up there, maybe just behind Clemson's line here. Tough game back and forth, but I like Louisville. They think they win this game in the end, 34-28.
34-28, so you like Louisville with the cover there against Clemson.
Right.
34-28. And then tomorrow, here in Texas, A&M favored by 19.5. That's a lot of points. That's not a lot of respect for the Gamecocks.
Nope, and it just came down to 17.5. Some money showing for South Carolina. Mike Shula let go this week. I don't know if it's the coach's fault. I think it's more the offensive line here. Look at Lenore Sellers' completion percentage from 65.6% last year, only 61% this year. And
from the Florence Toyota Studios, this is WOLH Florence, 96.3 ESPN Radio, the worldwide leader in sports.
Welcome to the 96.3 ESPN Radio High School Football Game of the Week. Catch the action all season long from your favorite Florence high school football teams. Brought to you in part by Galloway Auto Glass, Stoudemire Dowling Funeral Home, Adams Metal Building Supply, Rivals, a store divided. And now, with all the exciting play-by-play action, here's James Fisher and Chuck Lawson.
Good evening, everyone. This is the ESPN Radio High School Football PD Game of the Week. And tonight, the defending 4A state champions are back under the postseason lights as South Florence hosts Bishop England in round 2 of the state playoffs. Bishop England enters at 8-3, a dramatic turnaround under second-year head coach Logan Hall. The big storyline is the expected return of senior quarterback Quinn Mahoney, a Campbell commit who's been out since mid-October. When he's healthy, he's the engine for this offense, and his presence tonight could give the battling Bishops a puncher's chance against the champs. South Florence comes in at 10-1, and since that Week 3 loss to Northwestern, the Bruins have looked every bit like a team that knows what it takes to win a championship. On offense, senior quarterback Messiah Jackson, the Region Offensive Player of the Year, has been outstanding all season, efficient, explosive, and poised. And on defense, senior linebacker Terry Gordon, the Region Defensive Player of the Year, has been the heartbeat of a unit that flies to the football and punishes mistakes. The Region champs and a challenger with their star quarterback returning. It's win or go home in the second round of the playoffs, and it's a perfect night for some playoff football, my friend. Chuck Lawson, what do you expect tonight?
I expect South Florence to have one of the tougher tests this year. Other than Northwestern and Summerville, they hadn't been tested too much. In fact, in region play, the most points that's been scored on them is 35 points from Wilson. Every other team has given up 42 points. So they've been handing games over pretty easily, not having a problem winning games. Ever since, like you said, well, we hadn't said it, but ever since that Northwestern game, they've been on fire. We already know that. But they've literally outscored every opponent in this region. So Bishop England has got to come in. And to me, because of all that scoring, you were right. They have to run this ball some. You've got to be able to keep South Florence's offense off the field. Otherwise, we know what they can do, James, and we've seen it.
Absolutely. As the color guard get ready to take the field here, I'll ask you the big question, my friend. Quinn Mahoney, their starting quarterback for Bishop England, back tonight after being out for over half the season. A Campbell commit. He's obviously going to be playing football on Saturdays next year. What kind of difference does he make for this Bishop England team when playing against a team that's so complete like South Florence?
Well, with any time you got an athlete that's a Division I talent, you got to imagine he's going to be able to move or at least throw the ball really, really well. And the one thing that I did notice, we do know Messiah Jackson was Region Player of the Year, but he throws about 124 yards a game. Whereas Mahoney, when he's healthy and playing right, he's throwing at about 171 yards a game. So he does throw the ball a little bit more. So I haven't seen enough footage of him because of, like you said, he had those injuries. Right. So I don't know a lot about him. But anytime you got a Division I athlete on either side of the ball, that gives you a chance. And it's going to show how he's got to spread that defense out. He's going to have to get outside that box because the inside of South Florence's defense is rough and tough, and Terry Gordon is about as good as they get. I've been hyping him up the whole season, telling you who I thought was the best linebacker in the region.
He got his flowers earlier this week.
Yes, sir.
Defensive Player of the Year in the region. Both him and his teammate Messiah Jackson are the region players of the years on both sides of the football, as well as a plethora of first team and second team talent up and down this defense. So a lot of grade A talent on display on both sides of the football tonight. But really, with the big thing you came down to earlier, Chuck, is what you said, it's that running game. How does Bishop England stop this efficient South Florence running game? And for themselves, how are they able to generate that run game?
It's going to be hard on them. I mean, we haven't seen anybody running on South Florence too well this year, other than, as I said, the Northwestern game. And even then, they had a tough time. They had one solid quarter, which was the difference in that game, to be honest with you. Other than that, South Florence stood toe-to-toe with them. They're going to have to find a way to stop South Florence's run because they will control the clock. They will do it. They'll do it over and over, and they will score. But it takes so much time off the clock that the other team doesn't get as many possessions to even try to come back into a game. So you've got to stop their run. That is to me, that would be their foremost, make them be a passing offense.
100% agree with that. It is still difficult even when you do force them into those passing situations. Messiah Jackson, 19 touchdowns, just one interception on the year. That is absolute just what a coach's dream whenever you talk about protecting the football and being super efficient. We will step aside quickly here as we get ready to salute the flag for the Pledge of Allegiance and the national anthem here at South Florence Stadium. We'll be back for the second round of the playoffs after this.
They are like no other. They are the heroes, the warriors, the ones who are always there. Pepsi of Florence, Lee's Tire and Auto, Palmetto Mining, and community broadcasters salute our first responders of the PD. We thank our police, sheriff's deputies, firefighters, and EMTs. Join us along with White Swan Cleaners, A&J Firearms, Big A Auto Sales, Venus Restaurant and Catering, Blackjack Harley Davidson, Dreaming Ink Tattoos of Florence and Hartsville, the Florence Center, and Darlington Chainsaw in honoring these great men and women by nominating them for our First Responders Call to Courage. Head on over to scfirstresponders.com and fill out the form. We will be recognizing 8 first responders on 99.3 The Cat with Palmer in the morning and have them tell us their stories on the air. While others run from dangerous situations, these first responders run toward the danger to help us. We encourage you to go to scfirstresponders.com today and nominate a local hero.
Gamecock and Tiger fans, stop by KJ's Markets. Scan the code on the Gatorade display and register for your chance to win. KJ's Markets and Gatorade are giving away pairs of tickets to USC and Clemson home games all season long. College football fans, it's the best time of year, and Gatorade wants you to be in the middle of all the action. Stop by your local participating KJ's Markets. Scan the code on the Gatorade display and register for your chance to win USC or Clemson football tickets.
Trust DPM Property Maintenance for professional landscape design and installs on new and existing properties, commercial and residential. From irrigation system installs and upgrades to stunning outdoor lighting and audio, DPM prioritizes quality over quantity. They never rush through a job, making sure it's done right the first time, every time. Call Tyler Davison today at 843-617-2038 for your free estimate. Find them on Facebook at Davison Property Maintenance, LLC. DPM Davison Property Maintenance, bringing your vision to life with trust and quality.
Calling all holiday shoppers, Santa just made an early stop at Rivals of Store Divided, and his sleigh is loaded with everything you need for the season. Got someone on your list who's all about garnet and orange? Then time to cruise to Rivals. They've got everything for your shopping list, from stylish wallets and leather goods to Yeti tumblers and car accessories. They also stock toys, games, phone cases, and jewelry. Plus carry brands like Johnny O, Southern Tide, Vineyard Vines, Under Armour, and Nike, all at Rivals of Store Divided.
South Carolina listeners from the Midlands and the PD have saved thousands of dollars on products and services provided by local businesses at carolinasaves.com. 100% of every item on carolinasaves.com is at least 50% off. There's restaurants, health and beauty products, entertainment items, and so much more. It's worth it to check out the website and bookmark it on your device because new items are added every week. Every day, listeners save cash at carolinasaves.com. Go there now, carolinasaves.com.
Outstanding values on CarolinaSaves.com. We have a Rossi R92 lever action, chambered in 45 long Colts, and an ATI Alpha Max AR-15, now 50% off. Go to CarolinaSaves.com and click on the Florence tab.
Calling all holiday shoppers, Santa just made an early stop at Rivals of Store Divided, and his sleigh is loaded with everything you need for the season. Got someone on your list who's all about garnet and orange? Then time to cruise to Rivals. They've got everything for your shopping list, from stylish wallets and leather goods to Yeti tumblers and car accessories. They also stock toys, games, phone cases, and jewelry. Plus carry brands like Johnny O, Southern Tide, Vineyard Vines, Under Armour, and Nike, all at Rivals of Store Divided.
Now back to the high school football game of the week on 96.3 ESPN Radio.
Welcome back to the high school football game of the week here on 96.3 ESPN Radio, as we are here for the second round of the Class 4A state playoffs here in South Carolina, as we are at the home of the defending champ South Florence Bruins taking on Bishop England tonight. The number 1 seed taking on the 8th seed in this region. A great win for the battling Bishops last week as they were able to defeat Lower Richland 24-7. And for the defending champs, South Florence easily took care of business against their region rival Darlington 47-7. So both teams coming off of big wins. Obviously the playoffs, you got to win it all the way through. So Chuck, playoff football, what are the big key impacts for both of these teams? What are the things that both these teams have to do to be able to win the night?
One of them is you were saying it before we went to break about Messiah Jackson's one interception. Well, the one thing I have noticed when we do watch Messiah Jackson, there are times where he will throw a ball that he should not throw into areas. So Bishop England will probably have at least one shot tonight, at least one, I would say, because I've seen him do it enough times that they'll get one shot at least at an interception. They're going to need to do anything they can to keep that offense off the field like we talked about. They got Cameron James, who is, and that's South Florence I'm talking about when I say they got. South Florence has Cameron James, who is a phenomenal running back. We watched him all year. He's a tinier guy, but he is fast as lightning. You always said he reminds you of, I think it was Darren Sprout.
Yep, Darren Sproles for the
Spoil,
yep.
Sorry, not Sprout. Anyway, I remember that dude in the NFL, and yes, he was a smaller back and did very well. But also to give him his flowers, he also was a region first region.
Yeah, first team.
Thank you, first team region, all region, and he deserves it. And he's a sophomore, so he'll be back for 2 more years. Captains are out here coming out now, James.
Yes, sir. Obviously, we have the offensive and defensive players of the year, Messiah Jackson, Terry Gordon, along with That is Amari Reeves, another one of the first-team all-region players on this team, as well as Malik Robinson, the junior. And we have Quinn Mahoney for the Battling Bishops, their starting quarterback returning tonight. Zach Balog, number 2, one of their star safeties and receivers. Alex Hunter, their star outside linebacker with over 100 tackles on the season. And what was that last one,
Number
Chuck? Did you get that one? Yes, sir.
Hillen? I don't know how to pronounce that.
Chip Hullen, yes, sir.
There you go.
One of their offensive linemen, senior for them. So those are the captains of tonight's game. And obviously we discussed South Florence, tons of success under head coach Drew Marlowe in his 5th season. But really after his first season is when he really established that culture. Back-to-back championships. He's won 3 out of the last 4. Over that period of 4 years, he has been 51-5 as a head coach in high school football. But it seems like every one of his teams that he brings to this championship level is a little different. They have a couple of different playmakers in a couple of different areas. What do you think makes this team special compared to those other teams, Chuck?
Well, I do want to point out what you said just a second ago. You didn't mean to say it like that, but they've been in the last 3 state championships. They've won 2 of them. They're now trying to go for their third.
For the third, yes,
yes, sir.
Correct.
Just wanted to make sure.
Not trying to jinx them. You're absolutely correct.
Yes, so that the fans also, listen. I just want to make sure. But what they're going to need to do is do exactly what they did last year. And continue their excellence that they have. Drew Marlowe has installed this culture that we've seen. We're going to see how this quarterback does because I haven't seen anybody give South Florence any kind of trouble this year.
Except for Northwestern.
Exactly. Anybody 4A, anybody in Region 4A, or just in general 4A. But that's all they've played is the Region 4A. They're just ready for this type of stuff because they play 5A games. They've got their stuff together as a team. They have for a long time. But, yeah, this time they're going for their 4th straight state championship and 3 out of 4, James.
Or 3 out of 4, yes, sir. Going to 4, absolutely. As the captains will retreat back to their sideline as the Battling Bishops in their all-white away jerseys with the green trimming, and the Bruins in their navy blue home uniforms with the baby blue lettering, the white pants and the white helmets, as they will get ready to take the field here as they dim the lights in Bruins Stadium.
It's a blackout, James.
Quite
they didn't just dim the lights.
For their playoff game.
They shut them off, guys.
As the energy.
This is pretty exciting. Yeah, listen to the crowd. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you, but we hadn't seen this before, James. The lights are totally out. You got a little bit of footage or a little bit of lights from the scoreboard, and then there's like 4 lights over on these bathrooms.
As the Bruins, you can see them coming out of the Bruin Fieldhouse. They are hyped up for this home playoff game. Obviously, last week, Darlington in that first-round game, you can't slouch on any playoff game. But after you get through that first round of high school football playoffs, it becomes the real deal where every team you're playing has some type of championship level, and they want to have their dreams fulfilled and having that dream season. Obviously, South Florence been there, done that, trying to do it again. And Bishop England has been to that platform before in their program. It's been a while for them, over a decade but under Coach Hall, the former Gamecock analyst, he has really brought a lot of energy to this program as well. So 2 programs with a lot of energy coming in here tonight.
Yeah, they definitely improved. Bishop England has over the last 2 years, like you said. I don't remember them being the biggest juggernaut ever, but I don't know a ton about them because they're in the Charleston area, so we don't get a ton of coverage on them. This crowd is definitely hyped to see what South Florence and Bishop England can bring out. And the atmosphere is great, guys, for everybody who's not here. You would wish you were here.
Come on out.
There's still some room. There's the South Florence side's filled up pretty well. There's not a lot from Bishop England as far as fans go right now. The game shouldn't be too much longer. We're going to have kickoff for everybody, and we're ready to cover this game, guys.
Yes, sir, a perfect night for some playoff football. It is 55 degrees here in Florence, South Carolina, as we get ready for kickoff. As South Florence looks like they will be receiving this opening kickoff to start the second round of playoff action. Number 22 for the Battling Bishops, Joed Rentas. Their senior kicker will get this one started here, so everybody settle in and enjoy some playoff football here in South Carolina. Here we go. Kickoff right down the middle of the field. Amari Reeves will retrieve back to the goal line, and he'll receive it across the 15 to the 20, and he'll be knocked out of bounds just shy of the 25-yard line. So average starting field position for the Bruins to get this one going, and the Offensive Player of the Year, Messiah Jackson, as well with first team. We can list them all real fast here. First team's all-region for the Bruins, obviously Messiah Jackson. Cam James, all-region first team. Jayon Perkins, all-region first team there. Great transfer wide receiver from across town. And then, obviously, Bruce Thompson, their senior fullback and tight end, leads the way in their run game, as well as the twin tackles, Ethan Cash and Josiah Mason. Here we go. Messiah Jackson in the gun with Cam James in the backfield. Play action, him throw to Malik Robinson on a slant left side, complete for a gain of about 7 yards to the 32-yard line.
James, I don't know if you remember, but that guy right there, I remember the first thing you asked me the very first game was who's going to be the standout star for them, and I thought it was going to be Malik Robinson. But he has turned it on over the last 3 or 4 weeks, and I know you said he got a scholarship offer as well, but he's just a different player, and you can tell that he got rewarded for being a captain today.
As a junior in a playoff game like this, he is obviously he stepped up big last week for Messiah Jackson. I think he caught 2 touchdowns. We'll have to check the stats last week.
It was 2 touchdowns.
But played very well. Jackson back in the gun, 2 tight ends set. They'll give it off. Cameron James running right side. Not much running room. Great pursuit by the Battling Bishops as they're going to knock him down right at the first down line. They did give them that first down on that previous throw and catch. So it'll be 2nd down and 9 after that run.
Yeah, that speed right there from Bishop England's linebackers covering the sideline to sideline like that. We're going to see how well they can keep doing that because James is a very fast running back. Normally goes north and south.
Their linebackers, Hunter, Alex, Chase, Tunnan, both with over 100 tackles on the year. Trevor Tunnan, the sophomore brother, with 87 tackles, and they got a defensive end with 27.5 tackles for losses. Cam James right up the middle of the field. A nice run again for the senior as he's going to have a nice 8-yard gain. It'll be 3rd down and about half the football length for the Bruins.
And that's more like a Cam James run that I've seen. Yes, he'll pop it to the outside some, but normally it's inside those tackles where he gets most of his yard, and then he pops it to the outside. Just a fast running back and hides behind those runners. Now we got Gabe McLaughlin in here, the next senior running back.
A little bit more of a downhill runner as he'll fight forward, and there's that powerful running by McLaughlin. He'll gain 4 yards, but all grit there for a first down for the Bruins.
Yeah, and we refer to them as lightning and thunder when it comes to Cameron James and Gabe McLaughlin. So we've seen them enough times at this point. This is going to be, at least the 6th game we've covered with them, and they're a dynamic duo back there.
And check that. I said senior running back Cameron James. He's only a junior, so another year. Obviously, the Bruins excited to have him back for their 2026 campaign. Gabe McLaughlin staying in the backfield with Messiah Jackson. Play fake, and he'll throw to the flat to Bruce Thompson, who's got it for a nice little bit of running room across the midfield line, and they're going to mark him for a nice gain there. It's another Bruin first down all the way down to the 41-yard line.
Yeah, I mean, I'm liking how they're doing this balanced attack. Normally you see South Florence just run, but right now they're doing everything. They're throwing the ball, running the ball, and they're keeping them off balance. Those linebackers are really fast on Bishop England.
3 wide receivers set for the Bruins staying in the game. Malik Robinson in motion. They're going to throw it to him out in the flat. A nice little play fake again. And Malik Robinson's got an open field across the 20. Across the 30, and he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. Another big gain of over 20 yards for the Bruins, and they're in the red zone quickly.
And how about Messiah Jackson's touch on that pass? He threw it right over the defender's head, dropped it right into Malik Robinson's hands, and he took it the rest of the way, got an extra 15 yards. That's what you call yak.
Right on the edge of the red zone at the 22-yard line. The Bruins quickly on the move here. Cam James now checking into the backfield, and they're going to give it to Cam up the middle of the field, spinning off a tackler, but tripped up from behind. But it's another nice gain of about 4 yards. The Bruins getting that nice early yardage from that offensive line.
Yeah, well, we know that offensive line is full of stud players out there. A bunch of them will be back next year. I think there's only 2 seniors.
Just the 2 that are on the first team. So.
Yes.
2nd down and call it 7 now as they're going to fake to Cam James. Now Messiah Jackson rolling to his right. Still looking, fires quickly to the sideline there as Bruce Thompson had it. And then let's see if he secured that catch. Their ball popped out late. But I think they got him for a catch, and he stepped out of bounds there. And they're going to give him that first down as well. So at the 11-yard line, another Bruin first down.
What I saw was he caught that ball, and then he actually landed out of bounds, and then the ball popped out of his hands, and they picked it up.
Able to get that foot down, though, was Bruce Thompson, as he's involved early. A little bit of a tighter set now.
They're really moving the ball on them right now.
Twin backfield, McLaughlin and Cam James in the backfield. They're going to give it Cam James sweeping left side. He's got blockers in front of him to the corner. Touchdown, Cam James. Untouched till he's at pay dirt. 6-0 Bruins.
And that time, Cam James actually juked it to the inside to keep those linebackers in. Then he popped it to the outside, and nobody touched him, like you said, James.
And that's
what a well-designed play. What a really, really good cut by James.
Classic South Florence Bruin football here in the playoffs as they march right down the field on that opening drive, taking up just over 2.5 minutes, or about 2 minutes on the clock, 3 minutes on the clock. And just moving the ball at will there. Now they're going to line up for two now. Twin tight end set here for Messiah Jackson. Quarterback power right side, and he's in. 2 points for the Bruins, 8-0.
Yeah, the Bruins are here to win this thing. They're used to it. To go ahead and right now, go ahead and go for two. That's just Marlowe instilling, hey, we're here to win this game. Let's go ahead and take advantage right now. Nobody can stop us. Watch what happens and put it in Messiah Jackson's hand, the player of the region.
Yep.
And he is, like I said, also, I hadn't said it tonight, but I've also pointed out I think he's the best quarterback in the region.
100%. Absolutely. I agree with that. I mean, he's one of the best quarterbacks in this area of the state in general.
And probably in the state, period. He's got to be a top 10 quarterback in the
Very
state.
surprised with the lack of offers, to be honest with you. Messiah Jackson, hopefully a two-time state champ as well here as a starting quarterback. He has got all the pedigree in the world, and adding to his stat line there with another 2-point conversion as Coy Joyner and the Bruins special team getting ready to kick this one off to the Battling Bishops, and we'll see how they respond. A low kick that'll go left side of the field. It'll bounce to the 7-yard line where it's returned, and the Bruins are all over him there, but he breaks a tackle at the 20. He has a little bit of running room. He'll cross it to the 24-yard line. Good effort on that return by the Battling Bishops there. That was number 19 for them. That was Chase Tunnan.
Well, I'm glad Chase Tunnan did that and got a little bit extra yardage. Not that I was pulling against South Florence, but he did exactly what I've been talking about every game whenever Joyner or any of them kick it to the left side, and then they usually run it all the way across the field. This time he went straight up, and that guy popped him at the 16-yard line. He stood up, though, James, and then he took that hit and ran for another 10 yards.
Absolutely. Now the return of senior quarterback Quinn Mahoney, Campbell commit. So very exciting to watch him work here in the playoffs as they're going to hand it off up the middle of the field, but absolutely no running room there as the Bruins swarm to that offensive line. Gain of maybe one if they're generous with it.
You're going to have a tough time when Brendan Williams is in the middle. We have seen him, number 50. Watch out for him. He clogs that middle so much that those linebackers do what they do.
That was Mitchell Placence. They're starting running back on the carry there. Only a gain of one. Now trips to Mahoney's right as he'll fake the snap. Now look to the sideline here, as this team definitely likes to involve their running backs in the passing game as well. They like to spread it out. They're going to give it back to Placence up the middle of the field. A little bit more running room as he'll work that right side. Only a gain of maybe 2 or 3 there. It'll set up third down and call it 6 for the Battling Bishops.
Yeah, and Amari Reeves, number 2, was in. He's the safety. He was in on that tackle. He's the one who tackled him.
Another just first teamer for the Bruins.
Yeah, just that whole defense, the whole offense, they all got players everywhere, James.
Also a commit to Anderson. The Anderson Spartans are going to have quite a team next year with Terry Gordon and Amari Reeves. Here's a third down for Mahoney as he'll check to the sideline here. 8 seconds to go on the play clock here as this Bruin faithful getting loud on this third down. They get the play off. No, the late flag flies there. We'll see if it maybe was a false start or a delay of game there.
They threw a flag, so it looks like a delay of game.
They're going to call that false start. The running back tried to get the head start there. It was close to a delay of game, so he wanted to get that.
I just saw the flag. I got it wrong. I'm sorry.
You're all right. But it'll back him up. It'll be third down and 11 now as the Bishops trying to get this opening drive off the ground here. Obvious passing situation here for them. They send it Balog in motion to trips to the right look of Mahoney now. As he's going to drop to throw. Straight drop back. He's going to throw a little swing pass to that left side. Good running room across the 30, but still short of the first down by about 5 yards was Mitchell Placence. And so probably an early punt look here for the Bishops.
That was good tackling by the South Florence secondary. There was about 4 of them in on their gang tackling to make sure he didn't get any further than he got.
As Joe Drentos does come out to punt this football here on this 4th down and 5. As Jayon Perkins waits at his own 35 here as whistles blow. As we check what's going on here. As they send the long snapper to the sideline here. They have to, maybe something wrong with his equipment or something like that. So they got to send in the backup long snapper here. Definitely take a note of that, as this is a crucial play here for the Battling Bishops. The Bruins love to come after punts.
And there's a big difference between that center and the last center. This center is about 30 pounds lighter.
He does get it back there nicely, though, and he'll get it off. End over end punt into the night as Jayon Perkins forced to get under it and call a fair catch. And they're going to have it at the 34-yard line for their second drive of the day. But the Bruins defense answering early.
And this is if you're Bishop England, it's going to sound funny, but you got to stop this drive right now. Otherwise, this could start to be a nightmare, because once you get down to this team, they just keep going. They do not stop. They put their foot on your throat.
And once they get to 42, it's over. You're not going to get the ball anymore. So you got to hope it doesn't get to that point.
To say something about a special team so far, that was a really nice punt.
It was. They're going to have it at the 33-yard line here. First down for Messiah Jackson. They're going to give it up the middle, Cam James, but great block shedding there by the Battling Bishops, number 55. Jackson Kunz, the defensive lineman, the junior, with a great play there, stopping him for maybe 1.
Yeah, he was in there quick, James, and pulled him straight down. James didn't have a chance. He pulled him right on his legs. James usually uses his legs to get away from stuff. Not a chance this time. Good tackle.
Brings up a second down and 10 as they spread it out there. Cam James still in the game. Now they'll shift. Oh, man, they move an offensive lineman around. This is my kind of football, some Stanford Cardinal stuff here, as they're going to give it up. Cam James up the middle of the field, trying to use a stiff arm, and he's slippery, and he breaks away. Cameron James across the 50. There he goes, 30, 25, 20. Will they catch him? He cuts back at the 10, and he'll be down there. What a run by Cameron James.
Exactly what I was talking about, James. He goes in the middle, and then that's when he makes his cuts, and that's when he has them big runs. He just ran that ball all the way down. That's a speedy. I didn't catch his number on Bishop England, but he ran him down from the side, but he still got him and pushed him out of bounds.
Cameron James
almost pushed him out of bounds.
1st and 10 now. McLaughlin right up the middle, following his blockers to the 2, to the 1. He's in. Touchdown, Bruins. And just like that, the snowball gets a little bigger.
Yeah, if you're Bishop England, you have got to figure out how to stop this. That was 2 plays. Was that 70 yards, James?
That was right. Let's call it 67. They had it at the 33 to start there. But, yes, they went down the field. And that's 3 plays, all thanks to Cameron James to set them up.
And one thing I like on both teams right now is this special teams. And Joyner's a really good special team player. He's about to attempt this PAT. So far, great on that.
Joyner up and good. 15 to nothing is the score here with 5:24 to go. And the Battling Bishops have their work cut out for them now here midway through the first.
This is where Mahoney, as a senior, coming back into this. This is going to be his time to help his team out in any kind of way he can. Otherwise, it's going to be a rough night. James, we've seen it too many times, and I can already feel the energy in the way this other team's starting to get. If they don't get this score right here or do something positive on defense the next time, this is going to be a tough night.
Yep. I had it in my notes. If you can't stop the run and you go 3 and out against the Bruins, it's going to be a very quick football game for you and an early ride home. But a long way to go here, and it's got to start with Quinn Mahoney and this Battling Bishop offense to try to at least chip away at this early Bruin lead here.
And if he's got a wide receiver brother on the team.
They have Knox Mahoney, who's a tight end and a linebacker, and they also have number 19. No, excuse me. Let's find him here.
He's up higher. How are both of us missing it?
We'll get back, but this team has 2 sets of triplets, looks like here. Chase Tunnan,
there it is.
Brady
Jacob.
Tunnan,
Jacob
Trevor
is
Tunnan.
the other Mahoney. He's number 5. But I would like to see the brothers get together, at least on offense, and see what they can do.
Number 5, Jacob Mahoney is the other one we're missing there. But Coy Joyner kicks it out the back of the end zone for a Bruin touchback, and they'll start at the 20-yard line for the Battling Bishops.
Yeah, just to have that weapon. Both of these teams seem to have the kicking weapon right now on special teams, because both of these teams are getting their players back into areas where they can have a chance.
Quickly list the first and second teamers for the Bruins. Obviously, Terry Gordon, the Region Defensive Player of the Year. Marquez McQuitchen, first team. Amari Reeves, first team. Warnell Prue, first team. Gresham Hall, second team. And Willie Kennedy, second team. As Mahoney will throw it right side on a screen pass. That's going to get absolutely nothing, as there's the first teamer, Amari Reeves, who's already been all over the place with a nice tackle. Only a gain of about 5 there.
Yeah, and that was their running back, actually, Mitchell Pleasance, who caught that ball. He did get a little positive yards on. He got 5 yards.
Now Mahoney's going to give it off to Placence again up the middle of the field, trying to find some running room. But Terry Gordon and Warnell Prue that time slammed the door in his face. It'll be 3rd down and 5 here early. And that's what the Bruins have done all year. They are stopping this run game here early on.
And straight up the middle. I mean, if you've not watched South Florence, don't have any kind of tape on it. And one thing you don't want to be in is in a hurry-up offense. You're going to give this team the ball back really fast. And they seem to be in a little bit of rush if you're Bishop England. You need to run this play clock down as long as you can and run to the outside.
They're going to look to throw here. Mahoney rolling to his left and throwing underneath, incomplete. Broken up on the play by Warnell Prue again. That ball was intended for Sammy Garton. It'll be 4th down and another Battling Bishop punt on the way. And, man, what a difference maker the sophomore Warnell Prue has made for this defense. An unexpected first-team all-region player as a sophomore. You got to love that if you're on the defensive coordinating side for South Florence.
I do, and my daughter, actually, Kinsley, she knows him and talks about him, and there's 2 other players that are really good. I'll have to remember who they are, but that's one of her favorite players on the team, and he has showed out as a sophomore.
As punt is away here, Jayon Perkins gets underneath it, calls another fair catch right at around the same spot he caught the last one, marked it at the 34-yard line. So another good starting field position spot for the Bruins here. The Battling Bishops, really, it is do or die here very early on.
They definitely need this stop right here, James. But I am impressed, once again, by their punt, because they are changing the field position right now. They're keeping them further back. Most of the time when we see this, the ball gets to about the 50-yard line, and Bruins take over from right there. They've got a little bit further to go.
A very impressive start for the Bruins and Messiah Jackson now, as he will start here 1st and 10. Fake the McLaughlin throw, slant over the middle. It's Jayon Perkins who takes a big hit over the middle there. But a gain of 8 at the end of the day. That was a big shot laid by Chase Tunnan there on the senior. It'll be 2nd and 2.
Yeah, that was a clean tackle, though. A lot of people might have thought it was targeting because his head snapped back, but that was a big monster hit and clean.
A big shoulder check move there by the defensive back Tunnan. Brings up 2nd down and 2 now at the 41-yard line. And again, the Bruins liking the shifts here as they send McLaughlin in the backfield as well as Bruce Thompson. They'll fake the McLaughlin throw over the middle into traffic, and it's caught. What a great catch again by Jayon Perkins. He's got it at the 45, call it a gain of about 12 or 13 yards, and another Bruin 1st down.
And what a laser throw by Messiah Jackson. He put that thing like it was a rocket, like he was throwing his fastball. Nice catch, too, by Perkins in that traffic. Beautiful play. Jeez. They're looking like
that chemistry. It wasn't quite there early
different
on in the season, but it is definitely there now. Heavy set as Jackson gives it to McLaughlin right up the middle. Gave McLaughlin a nice straight ahead run for about 5 yards. And that's just what the Bruins love to do, just wear down on you, and it's showing here early.
Yeah, I just heard the noise of a train, and right now
that's what it is.
Yeah, they are train wrecking Bishop England. They're going to have to make a stop. They're going to have to put them into some type of position to get a fumble or something.
Again, another big shift by the Bruins here. McLaughlin lines up in the backfield next to Jackson. Play fake to him. Now Jackson looking left side, throws to Bruce Thompson in the flat. across the 30, and the chance of Bruce go through the stadium, and another first down for the fullback.
And can you blame him? He's a really good athlete. He does it. I've said it before. He's a stump of a player. If you see this guy, he's about 5'4", 5'5", but he is thick and he can run.
It's the coaching staff still getting after, and they're loving seeing that. It's him and DJ James, both the tight ends, helping pave the way here early. They got it at the 27-yard line now. Jackson will look to throw. Straight drop back. Steps up in the pocket. Now he'll throw left side to Cameron James in the flat, who's got it for a good gain there. We'll see where they mark him out. It'll be another gain of 6 yards for the Bruins.
I mean, both of their running backs, well, Gabe McLaughlin's not necessarily the fastest running back, but both of their tinier running backs, and I know he's more of a fullback, Thompson, but they've got a lot of speed. I didn't realize how fast Bruce Thompson is, and I've watched him over and over. They're giving him the ball in different places that we've seen before.
Yep.
He's really part of the offense more.
Well, obviously, you look at the scout team on him, and you know he's a big run blocker. You got to stop him, make sure you block him. But he's a great pass catcher, looks like, in this one. As they're going to throw again, Jackson finds Robinson, breaks the tackle at the 10 on a nice curl route there, but he'll be brought down right there on that second tackle. It'll be 1st and goal for the Bruins now.
And you could tell the difference now, James. Juwan Perkins has another receiver. He's got a number 2 guy that they now have to cover both of these guys. It wasn't quite the same in the beginning with Malik Robinson, but he has learned how to play this position even more so. And remember, he only started playing wide receiver as a sophomore last year.
Yep, still
First time he ever played football. He was not a football player. He was a basketball player.
Definitely showing off that basketball skill set there, boxing out the defender, getting a nice hands catch. 1st and goal now from the 10-yard line. Cam James lines up to Jackson's right side. They're going to give it to Cam James up the middle of the field. There goes Cameron James up the middle to the 2 as he'll be pushed to the 1. But I think they're going to stop him just shy, but another big gaping hole there for the Bruin offensive line.
And both of those guys are bigger than James. And he ran into both of them and knocked them backwards, almost got into goal. That just tells you how much strength James has.
Again, right back to James up the middle of the field, and he's into the end zone. Too easy for this Bruin offensive line as they just pushed him into the pay dirt. It is 21-0 with 1:14 to go. The point after pending, but it's all blue and gold here in the first quarter.
Yeah, now as a football fan, definitely want to see a really good game, but as a South Florence fan, which I am, I can't be a little bit more happier than I am right now, James. I'm going to keep calling this game the
100%.
correct way, but I am excited.
I'm sure all the South Florence faithful are very pleased so far as Coy Joyner knocks another extra point in there, 22-0, 1:14 to go, first quarter. And the Bruins, I mean, what can you say, man? It is just a machine. It is Drew Marlowe coaching at his finest tonight.
Yeah, and they look better tonight. And I'm not going to say Bishop England is that bad of a team. Clearly, they're not that bad.
I mean, 8-3. I mean, you got to be
but they look different tonight. Like, it is playoff mode, South Florence. They're throwing the ball on dimes. I mean, Malik Jackson. I mean,
Malik Robinson, yes, sir.
Messiah Jackson.
Messiah Jackson, yes, sir.
Messiah Jackson looks incredible tonight. The receivers, everybody on this team right now is just functioning correctly.
They're definitely in sync, clinking on all cylinders here in this playoffs. It is Bruin season, they like to say around here, and it's definitely showing right now. As Coy Joyner will get ready to kick this one off. We'll see if the Bishops can try to dig themselves out of the hole, but the energy on these sidelines is vastly different as Joyner kicks this one away to that left corner out the back of the end zone. And another tough starting field position for the Bishops here. And if you're Quinn Mahoney and just this battling Bishop offense at this point, you got to at least be able to move the ball and try to pin South Florence deep at this point and slow this attack down. They're going to be up, and they're going to be in clock running territory here already.
Yeah, they're still in the first quarter right now, and Bishop England hasn't been able to stop their offense on hardly any plays. They've only had a couple of times where they might have stopped them for 1 yard. It's going to be a rough night. I mean, if you're Bishop England, you better do something now.
Brody Tunnan in the backfield, one of their great pass-catching backs next to Mahoney. They're going to fake it to Tunnan, throw to the right side, and dropped. Incomplete. Good coverage there by the Bruins, number 36 on the play. We'll check that number there. That was Dwayne Felder there on the nice breakup.
Yeah, the defense is ready for every play right now. Offense is on all cylinders. Um, you've got to make those catches as well to help your quarterback out, no doubt.
South Florence seems to be making all the plays. The Battling Bishops here trying to find a break here early. 2nd down and 10 at the 20. Mahoney straight drop, looking to throw. His pressure will get up the middle of the field. He'll fire right side. Nice catch there. Nice route as well. Making up for that drop last time. Ben Turner there, their receiver / tight end. That's enough for a Battling Bishop first down to the 32-yard line.
And that's the kind of plays they're going to have, James. Move that ball, get it. Actually, you're going to need to get some of these times where you get it out of bounds so you can save the clock for yourself. But they've got to move the ball, and that's the best play they've had all night.
See if he can find a rhythm here as Mahoney 1st and 10 now as they're going to play fake. He's going to keep it up the middle of the field. Quinn Mahoney, a nice run of about 3 there, but quickly knocked down. He's definitely a dual threat athlete here. He's been out with an illness, his coach said, so wondering how sharp he really is on plays like that here. 2nd down and 7 coming up.
It was a positive play, so that's good for Bishop England at this point because they haven't had too many positive plays. South Florence is going to come in here, and if you're going to run the ball at the middle, you're not going to be able to do it. That's why I said they got to get to the outside some, unless maybe you're doing a quarterback sneak like they just did.
He'll look to throw right side to Tunnan. He's got it, but tackled immediately at the 40-yard line. That's Grakeem Hall with a great tackle there. It'll set up 3rd down and 3.
Yeah, Hall put a licking on the receiver. However, the receiver did gain about 3 yards, and now we're looking at a 3rd and 3, which is a manageable 3rd down if you're Bishop England.
Definitely the best situation they've been in so far tonight here as they're trying to cross the 40. 3rd down and 4 here as that will be it for the end of the first quarter as the time will run down here. In the first quarter, the Battling Bishops, I'm sure, would like to forget. At the end of 1, South Florence 22, Bishop England 0. We'll be back with second quarter action after the break.
Get ready for some fall fun at the Friendsgiving Pickleball and Chili Cook-Off Tournament, Saturday, November 15th at Timrod Park. Serve up some friendly competition in the pickleball tournament starting at 9 a.m. Then warm up with the Chili Cook-Off at 11:30 a.m. The tournament will also have a kids zone and televisions for watching college football. All proceeds will help support the students at Montessori School of Florence through outdoor classroom enhancements. Head to the Montessori School of Florence Facebook page to find out how to register your team or chili entry today.
We now return to the high school football game of the week on 96.3 ESPN Radio.
Welcome back to the Florence game of the week here on 96.3 ESPN Radio as we begin the second quarter of play here. And a couple quick score notes from around the state. Clemson up 3-0 there on the road in Louisville, Kentucky. West Florence down 14-0 against Myrtle Beach, and the Wilson Tigers tied at 7 against Hilton Head. 3rd down and 3 for the Battling Bishops here as they have 3 men lined up with Mahoney. Run up the middle, and Terry Gordon's there in the backfield to meet him right at the line of scrimmage. It's going to be 4th down.
I mean, no offense to Bishop England, but what are you thinking? Do not run up the middle against South Florence. You're not going to have luck. I know I'm not the coach, but I hate to be a daggone mockingbird or whatever you want to call it, a repeat bird, a parrot, anything like that. You can't run it up the middle against them.
Mark it a gain of 0, 4th and 3. Offense is not moving off the field here.
It's a big, big decision right here. I would suggest do not run it up the middle if you're Bishop England.
They were late getting that play call in. 10 on the play clock here as they're still trying to get everybody on the same page. 5 on the play clock as Mahoney gets ready. He'll take the snap, and it's a straight drop. Looking to throw. Terry Gordon right in his face. He'll throw back shoulder, incomplete. Over the middle, Amari Reeves in coverage. He was looking for Tunnan, his Brody Tunnan, the running back / tight end over the middle there, just behind him thanks to Terry Gordon's pressure. And that's a big turnover on downs for the Bruin defense.
Yeah, be glad Terry Gordon's that fast because if Terry Gordon doesn't get in there with exactly that time right there, that throw is going to be a completion, and I believe he's going for a touchdown. He was open, James.
Yep.
He had Amari Adams beat that time.
Amari Reeves, yes, sir. 1st and 10 now for the Bruins here, already up 3 scores here at the 39-yard line of Bishop England is where they will start here. Great starting field position, the best of the night. Play fake to Cam James. Jackson, clean pocket, firing right side. It's got a man open. It's a little underthrown and incomplete. Intended for Jayon Perkins. Looks like the ball didn't quite come out of his hand right. Finn Corley, the defensive back, with a nice play to knock that ball incomplete, second down.
Yeah, that was another thing I was talking about. There's a couple times where he'll throw it maybe where he shouldn't. He just wanted to throw that ball. To me, no matter what, he was throwing that ball. His receiver wasn't open. He had two people on him, and he might have had a little step, but
a better throw, you might make that.
He might, but I think he was pretty covered pretty well.
Brings up second down and 10 as the Bruins loving this shift with the two tight ends and Cameron James here as James lines up in the backfield. Give up the middle to Cam James, knifing through the defense as he ran into the ref right at the first down marker, and his teammates come to knock him forward as his forward progress was finally stopped. They're going to mark him a yard short. But Cameron James lightning to the 9-yard gain.
Yeah, he just comes out there like a cannon as fast as he is, and straight up the middle. He can do it up the middle some, but he is designed to. Yeah, he is. That's why I said his best run is up the middle. But when he cuts it outside after he cuts to the middle and then cuts to the right or left, that's when that lightning really catches. Just then it was more of a cannonball. Boom.
Mark it third down and 2 after the run here. With 10 on the play clock here, they finally get that play call in here. Messiah Jackson settles in here. Cameron James to his right along with the trips receiver set. Give up the middle to Cameron James, and man, does that Bruin offensive line make it look easy as they get a nice 4-yard gain before he's even touched, and they'll drive him back. But that's a Bruin first down.
Yeah, they better be careful with that type of tackle because that looked like it was almost going to be a little bit late, and he pushed him all the way back behind the line of the game about 5 yards. I'm surprised there wasn't a flag there.
Got to show a little toughness if you're the Battling Bishops at this point.
You don't need a penalty right now. You got to do everything you can. They're about to score and go up possibly 20. It'd be 28 after they score, and then possibly 29 or 30.
And the edge of the red zone, Gabe McLaughlin checks in. They're going to give it to McLaughlin up the middle, but a nice tackle there, met right at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, that looked like
that was
Tunnan.
One of the Tunnan boys, yeah, Chase Tunnan that time, yes.
Yeah, he stuck him hard and put him straight down. One of the better tackles they've had all night, and you've got to do it 3 more times because I promise you in this area right here, unless it's a 4th and 9, he's going to use all 4 downs.
Absolutely, and you better be careful to watch that play-action fake as well. Can't just hone in on the run at this point against the Bruins. Messiah Jackson will burn you. As Jackson will check to the sideline here, 12 seconds on the play clock here. Not a ton of urgency from the Bruins here, but the senior quarterback manages the clock well as he settles in with 2 seconds now. Play fake to McLaughlin, firing over the middle of the field to Jayon Perkins, and he dropped it. Had it at the 2-yard line. He tried a breadbasket catch it over the defender there. Yeah, and that was Tunnan again, who probably just got a finger on it. Big play.
He definitely, Tunnan is the one who caused him to miss that ball. I would say he was right there, almost got himself an interception as well.
He had him, though, Jayon Perkins.
He got past him. That's what I said. He had it. Like you said, he tipped it. But if you get your fingers on it, you're supposed to catch it. That was – no, I don't think it was a terrible throw.
It'll set up a 3rd down and 9 for the Bruins. One of their toughest situations of the game so far here inside 9 minutes of the second quarter. Straight run, Messiah Jackson, as he'll plow forward here. Call it a gain of 5. And it'll set up the first 4th down of the day for the Bruins here.
And when in doubt, give it to the region player of the year and let him have the ball. He's bigger than most of the players out here. And it's going to be hard to stop, and he has been. He hasn't had to run that much this year because he's been able to throw, and he's got 2-3 running backs that are just dominant.
Really, it's just been in the red zone. 16 rushing touchdowns. The yardage isn't quite there, but
yeah,
he's been efficient. That's the main thing with him.
Yeah, and that's when you use a bigger back is when you're near the goal line.
Here we go, 4th down and 4 here. Cameron James in the backfield. They're going to give it to Cam James right up the middle, and man, oh man, just a road grader offensive line. Cam James didn't go down.
No.
He didn't go down. Touchdown.
That young man didn't wrap up his tackle. He pushed him out to the outside and let him go, and then he just sprouted out. Everybody thought the play was dead over here, but no, he come out of it once again like a little cannon. The guy didn't finish the tackle.
Nope. Touchdown, Bruins. Cameron James. Add another one to his tally on the season. And that is now 28-0 here with Coy Joyner on for the extra point. And it's party time already here at the south end of town.
Unfortunately, sometimes they get spoiled. They're getting used to it. But if you're a South Florence fan, do you think that they would come back from this game? I'm one, and I don't think Bishop England's coming back from this game.
I mean, at this point, you need 2 more touchdowns to run the clock, and you can go and wrap it up once you start running the clock against South Florence. You're not going to be able to have the possessions to, even if you score immediately, you're not going to have the possessions to come back. So
Yeah, they definitely need to score. I know I've said it like two or three straight times now. Bishop England has got to score in this game if they want to have a chance, James. Otherwise, yeah, we already know.
100%. Yeah, you got to. That's the name of the game at this point. You're already giving up 30 points here in the first half. You got to put up some of your own. But, man, has it gone according to plan for Drew Marlowe and the Bruins so far. I'm sure he couldn't have written a better script to start this game.
No, they're just killing it on all facets of the game right now. Offense, defense, special teams.
And worth noting at this point, the winner of this game, which is looking more and more like the Bruins here, will face the winner of the North Augusta and Gilbert game. So we'll try to get you all a score for that as well here, as they have to make a late substitution here as something's wrong with one of the players' equipment or something here.
And Gilbert was one of the surprise teams in the first week in the playoffs.
Absolutely.
Where they knocked off Bluffton.
Big upset, yes, sir.
Huge.
As we get ready to start here, 8:06 to go, second quarter, Coy Joyner will kick it away into the November sky, and he'll have it at the 1 yard line. They'll take it left side, running across the 20, and tripped up there just past the 20. That was Chase Tunnan again. A decent return, but
yeah,
again,
he didn't take that whole right turn that time. He kind of cut diagonal.
He probably should have. He had a little running room that time.
That time was the first time I ever was like, either do it or don't. But normally I just would like you to see, just come straight. It's north to south.
They start at the 22.
Make somebody miss, and you never know what's going to happen.
But the way this Bruins special teams unit has played all season long,
that's why I wouldn't go near the middle.
Mahoney starts at the 22-yard line, sends a man in motion to his left. They'll give it up the middle, and just absolutely nothing. A violent tackle there made by the South Florence defense. That was number 15, Willie Kennedy, the second-team all-region man.
Yeah, all those linebackers are great. Pugh, Kennedy,
Kennedy
Gordon.
leads them in tackles, and he's not even on the first team.
Exactly. I mean, they're just all phenomenal out there. McKithen too.
Yep.
I mean, if you're on any team playing them, you're going to have a tough time. You have to have the same type of players. And Bishop England, unfortunately, what we've seen does not have those same type of players.
We also want to give a big shout out to, you mentioned his name earlier, though, Brendan Williams. He makes their lives so much easier being able to hold down that middle of the field, and they just lurk and hunt. And I'm sure playing linebacker with him in the front in this scheme's a lot of fun.
Yeah, no doubt, because they have thrived on it.
Mahoney in the gun, second down and 10. Is they're going to give it up the middle to Tunnan. Maybe a gain of 2 yards. That was Brody Tunnan that time, the senior. Maybe a gain of 2 as he stacked up there. It'll be another third down for the Battling Bishops.
You can definitely tell the Tolan's got some talents, but they're just outmanned in this type of game right now. He's trying his best, but you can look at them. Both of them are athletes.
I mean, he's got a lot of yards, 68 carries, 440 yards, 17 catches, 381 yards. They use him all over the field. He's going to have to be more active here, especially on this third down, as Mahoney will drop to throw, firing right side to his man, Tunnan. We just called him out, and he drops it. A big drop there at the 30-yard line. He could have turned up the field maybe there and gotten that first down, but it'll set up a fourth down and another punt for Bishop England.
Yeah, if you're Mahoney, you want that throw back because he was open. He would have got a first down, but he threw it a little bit behind and low.
A little low.
Tolan tried to make the adjustment, just wasn't able to.
Still probably kicking himself there for not bringing that one in.
Yeah, that's why I say he did try, but I think he would have been short of the first down, however, at that point.
Perkins will wait at the 35 to receive the Bishop England punt. A low end-over-end punt that bounces at the 45. kind of taking a back and forth hop there as BE will touch it down at the 43-yard line. And the Bruins have a chance to go up by 5 scores here early in threatening territory of beginning to be able to already bleed this clock out here in the first half.
Which is not what you expect in the second round of the playoffs. However, this is the one type of game, the 1 versus 8 and the 2 versus 7, where it's still not going to be the best game usually. Next week is going to be the real test for everybody.
Especially, I mean, Gilbert, a 12 seed. We'll see how they do against North Augusta, but obviously the 4 seed will give them a pretty tough task, as this is McLaughlin up the middle of the field, up to the 49-yard line for about a 4 or 5 yard carry there. And it's just automatic for the Bruins here in this first half. It'll be 2nd and 5.
Yeah, they're just dynamic, and he's just a good running back, all of them. Both.
Again, McLaughlin running to that left side now as a Bruin lost his hat. One of the guards there, Travis Sansbury, will have to come out for a play here. Mark it another gain of about 4 yards. It'll be 3rd and 1.
I didn't even know Travis was starting right now. I would have talked about him before. I'm friends with his parents.
I'm sure the Bruins, they rotate a good amount of the offensive linemen in, but yes, absolutely.
Okay, that makes more sense.
Cam James, handoff up the middle of the field, knifing to the left side, and there goes 22. Big block by Robinson, and that's going to spring him all the way. Touchdown, Bruins.
Yeah, you ain't going to catch him. Once he gets to the outside, he started in the middle once again, sprung it to the outside, James. I don't know how many times I'm going to see it. If we see it and we can tell it's going to happen, you need to see that it's going to happen. Is there a flag or something? Because they look like they were calling it back.
They look like they may be calling it back here, but as it stands now, that's a 57-yard touchdown for Cameron James. But I see the laundry now sitting at the 32-yard line, and it looks like it'll be coming back against the Bruins. A block downfield, maybe a holding. Yes, it'll be a holding. So we'll see. I think that's going to, that'll mark them for a first down, but they're not going to have a touchdown. They're going to have it, let's see here, at the 43-yard line.
So even when they do mess up, they get something positive.
Right. If you hold downfield, it works out a little bit better, right?
Yeah, you get a first down even though you got a penalty. But they did lose a touchdown, James, which is huge.
I still want to give a shout-out to Malik Robinson downfield there. He just pancaked that defensive back. That was awesome to watch. McLaughlin checks back into the game now as Majaya Jackson looks to throw. He'll fire to McLaughlin in the flat right side. Gabe McLaughlin, powerful running as he spins through a tackle. Tripped up, though. Fights for the first down, and that's out to the 30, and the Bruins on the move with 5:30 to go.
They're just, I hate to say it, but I love saying it, but they're using Gabe McLaughlin as a receiver, too. We haven't seen them do that very much. They're really changing this offense up, and they look like they're going to be, I don't want to say unstoppable.
Play fake. Now Jackson rolls to his right, pressure in his face as he's just going to do the smart thing there and just toss it out of bounds on 1st and 10 as they got beat off that left side. But a smart play there by your senior quarterback.
And thank you, young man, because I've been preaching that all year, too. When you get to that sideline, throw the ball out just like that. Don't take the loss. Even if it's 1 yard, don't take the loss. Like you said, smart heads-up play, but really good defense by Bishop England where they almost got the sack.
Got their best rush of the night there. As 2nd down and 10 after the incompletion. Jackson play fakes from McLaughlin, firing over the middle, and man, what a catch over the middle. Jayon Perkins was hit in the middle of the air, but hauls it in for a nice 5-yard gain. Man, what concentration as Alex Hunter hit him over the middle.
Yeah, he's feeling it still. He's got a little bit of they're bringing him off the field for just a second. He got stung.
Man, what a catch, though.
Yes, way to hang on to that ball.
Brings up 3rd down and 5 for the Bruins here at the 25. McLaughlin up the middle of the field, carving through the defense. He's going to go untouched into the end zone. Late flag flies as it looks like we'll see who it's on. That's one of the receivers. That's Ben Tyner pleading his case to the coaching staff.
That's 2 touchdowns and 2 holds by South Florence offense. They're going to come back off that board.
Tyner's claiming he was grabbing him. But, yeah, there might be another touchdown wiped off the board. Yeah, they're backing up.
So right now, the only thing stopping South Florence from scoring touchdowns is their own players holding Bishop England's players. Well, that's one way to have a defense, I guess, but I don't think it's really sustainable.
Only on the big runs hold, right? They'll have it at the 18-yard line into the red zone for the Bruins. 4:35 to go here. McLaughlin stays in the game, as well as Ben Tyner and Malik Robinson. They'll give it McLaughlin again. This time not the same result as he's met in the backfield and driven down. The first one there was Trevor Tunnan that time, as maybe a little bit of a late tackle there, but no flags. It'll be second down at 11.
Yeah, number 3 didn't look like he was too chippy on that. He just made a solid tackle, and I know he was a little bit kind of late on it, but he definitely wasn't chippy. He was
Got to
patting
be
the guy
physical when you're bringing down these South Florence backs, man.
You know what happened already? James broke a tackle and scored a touchdown.
Right.
Everybody thought he was done.
You got to finish. Brings up a nice second down at 11 for the Bishop England defense here, desperately trying to hold the reigning champs. This is McLaughlin up the middle off the left side. Another flag flies in at the end of the run in the vicinity of holding again against the Bruins. It's only a gain of, call it 4, but check the flag.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
The reaction from the South Florence side is pretty clear.
Is so mad about it for sure. But if they're holding, they're holding. I can't see it on the inside whether there's a hold or not.
I think they're going to call that on Josiah Mason that time off that left side.
All right, we got to encourage y'all. Do not be mean to the referees. We need all the referees we can have out here. Shout out to the referees.
100%. They'll make it second down and 21 after the hold. Backed up to the 29-yard line are the Bruins now. 3 holding plays, penalties on this drive has called back 2 Bruin touchdowns here as Jackson play fake, looks to throw, rolls to his left, fires down the field to Robinson. Incomplete, but a flag flies late. A little bit of contact there at the end, and that's going to be, looks like pass interference on Zach Balog.
Yeah, and now the fans like the refs now, James.
And I thought that was a little, I thought that was good coverage, to be honest.
I thought it was pretty good coverage, to be honest with you. It looked like he knocked the ball out of his hands after he caught it.
Right at the point where he caught it, yeah. So we'll see the flag here.
The fans love him now when they get a call wrong.
Isn't that how it always goes, man?
Hey, that was a quick turn of events.
You only like the refs when they're betting on your team, right? So that'll set up first and goal for the Bruins here. No. Offsetting penalties looks like here. It'll bring up second down and 6 for the Bruins. I didn't get to check the other, maybe a little holding and a little pass interference, something like that on both sides.
Yeah, I missed the other one.
Yep. I only saw that flag flying late in the end zone.
I bet they wouldn't have cheered if they would known that.
James and McLaughlin in the backfield at the same time. They'll fake it, and this is Messiah Jackson running right side on a quarterback sweep to the 5, reaching to the pylon. He'll be knocked out of bounds at the 2-yard line. First and goal again for the Bruins.
Oh, the referee got hurt a little bit on that one, James. They hit his leg on the tackle.
Yeah.
Out of bounds. Hope he's okay.
Flexing it out here. We'll see if he can walk that off. Definitely hoping that our officials are all right for this game.
And that's why you don't yell at the officials.
We'll have an official timeout on the field with 3:12 to go here. We'll take a step aside with them. The Bruins knocking on the door again, up 29-0 with 3:12 to go in the first half. We'll be back after this break.
Gamecock and Tiger fans, stop by KJ's Markets. Scan the code on the Gatorade display and register for your chance to win. KJ's Markets and Gatorade are giving away pairs of tickets to USC and Clemson home games all season long. College football fans, it's the best time of year, and Gatorade wants you to be in the middle of all the action. Stop by your local participating KJ's Markets. Scan the code on the Gatorade display and register for your chance to win USC or Clemson football tickets.
We now return to the high school football game of the week on 96.3 ESPN Radio.
Welcome back to the Florence game of the week and the second round of the 4A playoffs here in South Florence. As the Bruins up 29-0 here, 3:12 to go. Got a couple of scores to check in real quick here. West Florence now trailing 21-7 to Myrtle Beach. and Hartsville tied with Gray Collegiate 21-21. We'll try to keep you updated as the games progress here tonight.
And to add into our conversation earlier, the referee seems to be all right. He's back over there playing, so I'm glad the referee is okay.
First and goal set up now for the Bruins as they keep that. Gabe McLaughlin and Cam James look, but Drew Marlowe, not the biggest fan of it. He's going to go ahead and burn his first time out of this first half. Why not go ahead and you got 3 to burn. You're up 29-0. Let's get a little coaching moment here on a nice end zone rep here.
I imagine at this point, my thing with Marlowe would be that he's saying to each one of you, do not hold on this touchdown.
Touchdown, assuming you're going to score.
Don't hold on this touchdown, whatever you do, because we're going to score. Just don't hold.
Block with your hands behind your back if you have to.
I know that's what I'd be wanting to say. Stop doing this. I'd be going crazy if that many touchdowns got called back.
As they sub in the bigger package here with DJ James and Bruce Thompson checking into the game. Cam James still in as the tailback as well as Gabe McLaughlin. A lot of backs here. Only receiver on the field is Malik Robinson for the Bruins. First and goal from the 2 after all the timeouts. Jackson in the gun. Fake it. He's going to throw end zone too high for Bruce Thompson. Had him on a bang-bang timing route there, but good coverage to force a bad throw. It'll be second and goal.
I'm thinking that is practice for the next game, to be honest with you, James. I don't see why they didn't, because they can run it up the middle pretty easy and just get a touchdown.
You know, love me some Bruce Thompson. Not quite the guy I'd want to throw a jump ball to in the end zone either. So,
yeah, he's not the basketball player or.
We're experimenting here. 3 minutes to go, second down and 2 here in the second quarter. Messiah Jackson, quarterback power left side. He's met at the 1. And a good stand there by the Battling Bishops. It'll be third and goal. It'll be marked down at the 1.
I stand corrected. They can't score on the play like that, like I thought. But with that said, it's still going to be hard to stop them. Look how close they are. Just don't stop yourself with a penalty, and you're going up 5 scores.
What you don't see a whole lot from the Bruins is running the ball under center here. We'll see here on a third and goal from the 1. They will line up in the gun. 2 tight ends to the left as well as Gabe McLaughlin to Messiah Jackson's left. They're going to run it that side, and Gabe McLaughlin jumping into the end zone. Touchdown, Bruins.
I know Gabe liked doing that jump, but I don't know if he liked the result, because after he jumped in there, the
Chase
Bishop,
Tunnan,
he laid him. He hit him straight, and there was only one person on the ground when it was all said and done, and that was McLaughlin.
Gabe McLaughlin with his second touchdown of the day, his 13th of the season. Him and Cam James going back and forth for who's going to have the most at the end of the year. But the Bruins with 2:17 to go here in the first half. With the point after pending right here, Coy Joyner snaps down, kick is up, low line driving kick, but through the uprights. 36-0 is the score in favor of your defending champs. And man, Coach Marlowe looking like he's going to be throwing in some backups here in a playoff game. Love to see that.
Yeah, they're going to get. They want to get that next touchdown before they get a score, so that they can go ahead and get this running clock going. Then he can put him in there. He'll feel more comfortable. Drew Marlowe doesn't let up. I mean, he's not going. I don't know if he'll take those players out.
He knows the rules. He knows when it gets to 42, the clock runs, and that's kind of when he will start to sub a lot of his guys in. But he's a great head coach. He knows how to develop his younger players from the JV level up. He knows when to bring these guys in. It's been, Cam James, he was partially on the JV team last year for this team, and he moved him up, and now look at him now. So
he was the third leading running back last year and didn't play but half the season.
Right. Coy Joyner getting ready to kick this one off here. High end over end kick will get to the 5-yard line. This is Chase Tunnan running it out to the 20, breaks a tackle, be marked down at the 23-yard line. And the Battling Bishops have one more opportunity here before this half. They will get the ball here to start the second half as well. And they're going to need to start really executing at all levels to make this not a blowout at this point.
Yeah, because Marlowe's got 2 timeouts here. So if they don't get any yardage, they're going to get the ball back with about 1 minute and 20 seconds left or 1 minute left. And we see what they can do.
We'll see how aggressive the Bishops plan to play this situation. At the 24-yard line, 1st and 10 for Bishop England. In the gun, Mahoney will look to throw. Rolls to his left, and now he's just going to tuck it and run. To the 30 is where he's going to be dragged down at. That was McKitchen. A nice come from behind tackle there, holding to a gain of 8. Clock running inside 2 minutes.
Yeah, that's a nice play by Mahoney. Made something out of nothing. He didn't have anybody open. He got 8 yards. That's one of their more positive plays.
2nd and 2, 1:45 to go as they send Balog in motion. And they're going to look his way, but they're covering it nicely. And then Terry Gordon and crew wrap him up in the backfield. That'll be about a 3 or 4 yard loss as we have a Bruin down on the field who collided with Mahoney and Terry Gordon there.
Yeah, Terry Gordon's a little limpy also right now.
Big hit there.
Yeah, they collided really, really hard, as you can tell by the results of it. One's on the ground, the other one's limping.
As we'll check on that downed Bruin. As he's slow.
Well, I see big number 50 out there, so it's not him. So they still got their standard in the middle for sure.
100%.
If you're South Florence, that's the first guy I'd be looking to see because they've got other players. But they don't have anybody else like number 50, Brennan Williams.
As the young man is kind of propping himself up here. As we want to check on this man's number and hope that he's all right. A minute 30 to go here. South Florence with the game well in hand at this point, so definitely don't want to see any injuries at this point in the game or at any point in the game, but especially in a situation like this.
No, and you don't want any of your players getting injured in the playoffs. You've got to have them. I'm trying to see if I can tell anything, James.
As I guess we're going to take a break here. We're going to let them get this young man checked out here as we pray for him. With 1:29 to go, the Bruins up 36-0 here in the first half. We'll be back after this break.
Trust DPM Property Maintenance for professional landscape design and installs on new and existing properties, commercial and residential. From irrigation system installs and upgrades to stunning outdoor lighting and audio, DPM prioritizes quality over quantity. They never rush through a job, making sure it's done right the first time, every time. Call Tyler Davison today at 843-617-2038 for your free estimate. Find them on Facebook at Davison Property Maintenance, LLC. DPM Davison Property Maintenance, bringing your vision to life with trust and quality.
Calling all holiday shoppers, Santa just made an early stop at Rivals, a store divided, and his sleigh is loaded with everything you need for the season. Got someone on your list who's all about garnet and orange? Then time to cruise to Rivals. They've got everything for your shopping list, from stylish wallets and leather goods to Yeti tumblers and car accessories. They also stock toys, games, phone cases, and jewelry. Plus carry brands like Johnny O, Southern Tide, Vineyard Vines, Under Armour, and Nike, all at Rivals, a store divided.
South Carolina listeners in the Midlands and the PD have saved thousands of dollars on products and services provided by local businesses at carolinasaves.com. 100% of every item on carolinasaves.com is at least 50% off. There's restaurants, health and beauty products, entertainment items, and so much more. It's worth it to check out the website and bookmark it on your device because new items are added every week. Every day, listeners save cash at carolinasaves.com. Go there now, carolinasaves.com.
Calling all holiday shoppers, Santa just made an early stop at Rivals, a store divided, and his sleigh is loaded with everything you need for the season. Got someone on your list who's all about garnet and orange? Then time to cruise to Rivals. They've got everything for your shopping list, from stylish wallets and leather goods to Yeti tumblers and car accessories. They also stock toys, games, phone cases, and jewelry. Plus carry brands like Johnny O, Southern Tide, Vineyard Vines, Under Armour, and Nike, all at Rivals, a store divided.
Get ready for some fall fun at the Friendsgiving Pickleball and Chili Cook-Off Tournament, Saturday, November 15th at Timrod Park. Serve up some friendly competition in the pickleball tournament starting at 9 a.m. Then warm up with the chili cook-off at 11:30 a.m. The tournament will also have a kids zone and televisions for watching college football. All proceeds will help support the students at Montessori School of Florence through outdoor classroom enhancements. Head to the Montessori School of Florence Facebook page to find out how to register your team or chili entry today.
Trust DPM Property Maintenance for professional landscape design and installs on new and existing properties, commercial and residential. From irrigation system installs and upgrades to stunning outdoor lighting and audio, DPM prioritizes quality over quantity. They never rush through a job, making sure it's done right the first time, every time. Call Tyler Davison today at 843-617-2038 for your free estimate. Find them on Facebook at Davison Property Maintenance, LLC. DPM Davison Property Maintenance, bringing your vision to life with trust and quality.
Calling all holiday shoppers, Santa just made an early stop at Rivals, a store divided, and his sleigh is loaded with everything you need for the season. Got someone on your list who's all about garnet and orange? Then time to cruise to Rivals. They've got everything for your shopping list, from stylish wallets and leather goods to Yeti tumblers and car accessories. They also stock toys, games, phone cases, and jewelry. Plus carry brands like Johnny O, Southern Tide, Vineyard Vines, Under Armour, and Nike, all at Rivals, a store divided.
South Carolina listeners from the Midlands and the PD have saved thousands of dollars on products and services provided by local businesses at carolinasaves.com. 100% of every item on carolinasaves.com is at least 50% off. There's restaurants, health and beauty products, entertainment items, and so much more. It's worth it to check out the website and bookmark it on your device because new items are added every week. Every day, listeners save cash at carolinasaves.com. Go there now, carolinasaves.com.
Calling all holiday shoppers, Santa just made an early stop at Rivals, a store divided, and his sleigh is loaded with everything you need for the season. Got someone on your list who's all about garnet and orange? Then time to cruise to Rivals. They've got everything for your shopping list, from stylish wallets and leather goods to Yeti tumblers and car accessories. They also stock toys, games, phone cases, and jewelry. Plus carry brands like Johnny O, Southern Tide, Vineyard Vines, Under Armour, and Nike, all at Rivals, a store divided.
Get ready for some fall fun at the Friendsgiving Pickleball and Chili Cook-Off Tournament, Saturday, November 15th at Timrod Park. Serve up some friendly competition in the pickleball tournament starting at 9 a.m. Then warm up with the chili cook-off at 11:30 a.m. The tournament will also have a kids zone and televisions for watching college football. All proceeds will help support the students at Montessori School of Florence through outdoor classroom enhancements. Head to the Montessori School of Florence Facebook page to find out how to register your team or chili entry today.
Calling all holiday shoppers, Santa just made an early stop at Rivals, a store divided, and his sleigh is loaded with everything you need for the season. Got someone on your list who's all about garnet and orange? Then time to cruise to Rivals. They've got everything for your shopping list, from stylish wallets and leather goods to Yeti tumblers and car accessories. They also stock toys, games, phone cases, and jewelry. Plus carry brands like Johnny O, Southern Tide, Vineyard Vines, Under Armour, and Nike, all at Rivals, a store divided.
Get ready for some fall fun at the Friendsgiving Pickleball and Chili Cook-Off Tournament, Saturday, November 15th at Timrod Park. Serve up some friendly competition in the pickleball tournament starting at 9 a.m. Then warm up with the chili cook-off at 11:30 a.m. The tournament will also have a kids zone and televisions for watching college football. All proceeds will help support the students at Montessori School of Florence through outdoor classroom enhancements. Head to the Montessori School of Florence Facebook page to find out how to register your team or chili entry today.
Trust DPM Property Maintenance for professional landscape design and installs on new and existing properties, commercial and residential. From irrigation system installs and upgrades to stunning outdoor lighting and audio, DPM prioritizes quality over quantity. They never rush through a job, making sure it's done right the first time, every time. Call Tyler Davison today at 843-617-2038 for your free estimate. Find them on Facebook at Davison Property Maintenance, LLC. DPM Davison Property Maintenance, bringing your vision to life with trust and quality.
Calling all holiday shoppers, Santa just made an early stop at Rivals, a store divided, and his sleigh is loaded with everything you need for the season. Got someone on your list who's all about garnet and orange? Then time to cruise to Rivals. They've got everything for your shopping list, from stylish wallets and leather goods to Yeti tumblers and car accessories. They also stock toys, games, phone cases, and jewelry. Plus carry brands like Johnny O, Southern Tide, Vineyard Vines, Under Armour, and Nike, all at Rivals, a store divided.
South Carolina listeners from the Midlands and the PD have saved thousands of dollars on products and services provided by local businesses at carolinasaves.com. 100% of every item on carolinasaves.com is at least 50% off. There's restaurants, health and beauty products, entertainment items, and so much more. It's worth it to check out the website and bookmark it on your device because new items are added every week. Every day, listeners save cash at carolinasaves.com. Go there now, carolinasaves.com.
Community Broadcasters is proud to be your local radio source. However, we're more than just a voice of the airwaves. We're a one-stop shop for total advertising solutions.
Yes, we broadcast your message to loyal listeners, but we also take your brand beyond the dial. Want to reach people where they scroll, stream, and surf? We've got you covered.
Digital ads? Absolutely. Social marketing? You bet. Streaming platforms, targeted campaigns, real-time metrics. That too. Whether you're reaching across town or across the world, we can help place your message directly in front of your ideal audience.
With passion, impact, and results. So why settle for less when you can amplify your message everywhere? Let community broadcasters help you broadcast bigger and advertise smarter.
It's your voice, your reach, one platform with endless possibilities. Email us at communityconnect@combroadcasters.com. That's communityconnect@combroadcasters.com. Or call us at 843-678-9393. We're Community Broadcasters. It's more than just a catchy name.
Gamecock and Tiger fans, stop by KJ's Markets. Scan the code on the Gatorade display and register for your chance to win. KJ's Markets and Gatorade are giving away pairs of tickets to USC and Clemson home games all season long. College football fans, it's the best time of year, and Gatorade wants you to be in the middle of all the action. Stop by your local participating KJ's Markets. Scan the code on the Gatorade display and register for your chance to win USC or Clemson football tickets.
Trust DPM Property Maintenance for professional landscape design and installs on new and existing properties, commercial and residential. From irrigation system installs and upgrades to stunning outdoor lighting and audio, DPM prioritizes quality over quantity. They never rush through a job, making sure it's done right the first time, every time. Call Tyler Davison today at 843-617-2038 for your free estimate. Find them on Facebook at Davison Property Maintenance, LLC. DPM Davison Property Maintenance, bringing your vision to life with trust and quality.
Calling all holiday shoppers, Santa just made an early stop at Rivals, a store divided, and his sleigh is loaded with everything you need for the season. Got someone on your list who's all about garnet and orange? Then time to cruise to Rivals. They've got everything for your shopping list, from stylish wallets and leather goods to Yeti tumblers and car accessories. They also stock toys, games, phone cases, and jewelry. Plus carry brands like Johnny O, Southern Tide, Vineyard Vines, Under Armour, and Nike, all at Rivals, a store divided.
South Carolina listeners from the Midlands and the PD have saved thousands of dollars on products and services provided by local businesses at carolinasaves.com. 100% of every item on carolinasaves.com is at least 50% off. There's restaurants, health and beauty products, entertainment items, and so much more. It's worth it to check out the website and bookmark it on your device because new items are added every week. Every day, listeners save cash at carolinasaves.com. Go there now, carolinasaves.com.
Calling all holiday shoppers, Santa just made an early stop at Rivals, a store divided, and his sleigh is loaded with everything you need for the season. Got someone on your list who's all about garnet and orange? Then time to cruise to Rivals. They've got everything for your shopping list, from stylish wallets and leather goods to Yeti tumblers and car accessories. They also stock toys, games, phone cases, and jewelry. Plus carry brands like Johnny O, Southern Tide, Vineyard Vines, Under Armour, and Nike, all at Rivals, a store divided.
Get ready for some fall fun at the Friendsgiving Pickleball and Chili Cook-Off Tournament, Saturday, November 15th at Timrod Park. Serve up some friendly competition in the pickleball tournament starting at 9 a.m. Then warm up with the Chili Cook-Off at 11:30 a.m. The tournament will also have a kids zone and televisions for watching college football. All proceeds will help support the students at Montessori School of Florence through outdoor classroom enhancements. Head to the Montessori School of Florence Facebook page to find out how to register your team or chili entry today.
Trust DPM Property Maintenance for professional landscape design and installs on new and existing properties, commercial and residential. From irrigation system installs and upgrades to stunning outdoor lighting and audio, DPM prioritizes quality over quantity. They never rush through a job, making sure it's done right the first time, every time. Call Tyler Davison today at 843-617-2038 for your free estimate. Find them on Facebook at Davison Property Maintenance, LLC. DPM Davison Property Maintenance, bringing your vision to life with trust and quality.
Calling all holiday shoppers, Santa just made an early stop at Rivals, a store divided, and his sleigh is loaded with everything you need for the season. Got someone on your list who's all about garnet and orange? Then time to cruise to Rivals. They've got everything for your shopping list, from stylish wallets and leather goods to Yeti tumblers and car accessories. They also stock toys, games, phone cases, and jewelry. Plus carry brands like Johnny O, Southern Tide, Vineyard Vines, Under Armour, and Nike, all at Rivals, a store divided.
South Carolina listeners from the Midlands and the PD have saved thousands of dollars on products and services provided by local businesses at carolinasaves.com. 100% of every item on carolinasaves.com is at least 50% off. There's restaurants, health and beauty products, entertainment items, and so much more. It's worth it to check out the website and bookmark it on your device because new items are added every week. Every day, listeners save cash at carolinasaves.com. Go there now, carolinasaves.com.
Calling all holiday shoppers, Santa just made an early stop at Rivals, a store divided, and his sleigh is loaded with everything you need for the season. Got someone on your list who's all about garnet and orange? Then time to cruise to Rivals. They've got everything for your shopping list, from stylish wallets and leather goods to Yeti tumblers and car accessories. They also stock toys, games, phone cases, and jewelry. Plus carry brands like Johnny O, Southern Tide, Vineyard Vines, Under Armour, and Nike, all at Rivals, a store divided.
Get ready for some fall fun at the Friendsgiving Pickleball and Chili Cook-Off Tournament, Saturday, November 15th at Timrod Park. Serve up some friendly competition in the pickleball tournament starting at 9 a.m. Then warm up with the Chili Cook-Off at 11:30 a.m. The tournament will also have a kids zone and televisions for watching college football. All proceeds will help support the students at Montessori School of Florence through outdoor classroom enhancements. Head to the Montessori School of Florence Facebook page to find out how to register your team or chili entry today.
Calling all holiday shoppers, Santa just made an early stop at Rivals, a store divided, and his sleigh is loaded with everything you need for the season. Got someone on your list who's all about garnet and orange? Then time to cruise to Rivals. They've got everything for your shopping list, from stylish wallets and leather goods to Yeti tumblers and car accessories. They also stock toys, games, phone cases, and jewelry. Plus carry brands like Johnny O, Southern Tide, Vineyard Vines, Under Armour, and Nike, all at Rivals, a store divided.
Get ready for some fall fun at the Friendsgiving Pickleball and Chili Cook-Off Tournament, Saturday, November 15th at Timrod Park. Serve up some friendly competition in the pickleball tournament starting at 9 a.m. Then warm up with the Chili Cook-Off at 11:30 a.m. The tournament will also have a kids zone and televisions for watching college football. All proceeds will help support the students at Montessori School of Florence through outdoor classroom enhancements. Head to the Montessori School of Florence Facebook page to find out how to register your team or chili entry today.
Trust DPM Property Maintenance for professional landscape design and installs on new and existing properties, commercial and residential. From irrigation system installs and upgrades to stunning outdoor lighting and audio, DPM prioritizes quality over quantity. They never rush through a job, making sure it's done right the first time, every time. Call Tyler Davison today at 843-617-2038 for your free estimate. Find them on Facebook at Davison Property Maintenance, LLC. DPM Davison Property Maintenance, bringing your vision to life with trust and quality.
Now back to the high school football game of the week on 96.3 ESPN Radio.
Welcome back to South Florence Stadium here in the 4A playoff second round, as the ambulance for South Florence just getting off the field as Dwayne Felder, sophomore linebacker, sustained an injury there. They had to bring out the stretcher and all that for that young man, but he gave us a nice thumbs up while they were loading him into there. But all the hope and prayers for that young man. Obviously, in a game like this, at any point, you don't want to see somebody go through that. But in a game where it's already decided and you're enjoying a win with your teammates, it eats into you. But as you can already tell, this South Florence defense is fired up for their teammate right now.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of, it's a somber reality of football that there are injuries, and sometimes really, really bad injuries. I'm glad we saw a thumbs up from that young man. I did see him moving his arms and legs, so I think we're going to be I'm not even going to get into that.
Yes,
Never
sir.
mind.
It'll be 3rd down and 6 now. Huge 3rd down for Bishop England here, trying desperately to cling on to some type of hope, down 36-0. 5 wide for Quinn Mahoney here. Pressure off his left side, throws that way, off the corner, and did he bring it in?
He made
on
the catch.
Sideline.
I just don't know if he got his foot in, James. He made the catch.
They're going to call it incomplete there. A great catch, but out of bounds for Zach Balog there, right on the sideline. And that's going to set up 4th down for the Battling Bishops here, 1:17 to go. And the Bruins have a chance to go up 42+0 here and be able to drain the clock.
The way they've been putting, they're going to have a long field to go, but they have 2 timeouts to work with as well, James. So they will have a shot to get this score before the half.
7 men up for the Bruins as they only rush 4 at the punter. End over end spiraling punt. That'll Jayon Perkins. That'll field it at the 35, trying to split 2 defenders. He'll get across the 40 to the 42-yard line. So good starting field position for the Bruins, just shy of midfield with 1:08 to go here. And trying to really put their boot on the neck of the Battling Bishops here in the first half.
Yeah, and luckily right now everybody seems to be moving on past what had happened, and they're playing football again, which is what we're all here to watch. South Florence got 1:08 to get this done. I believe this is a good opportunity to practice your 2-minute drills for the next week and the next week.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I'm sure a big goal for Drew Marlowe at this point is, hey, we want to run a clock at halftime here, boys. Let's go and let's get out of here with a win here early. As Messiah Jackson will set up here at the 42-yard line. Trips to his left here as we begin play. Drop back to throw. Straight drop firing. Jayon Perkins in the middle of the field makes one man miss, but now corralled right at the 47-yard line. Call it a gain of 5.
And it was a good tackle by Bishop England to wrap him up that time to make sure that he didn't get any extra yardage. But if that's the kind of plays they're doing, they're going to run out of the clock.
46 seconds and counting here. 2nd down and call it 4. Jackson straight drop again. He'll fire to that right side. Incomplete. His receiver wasn't expecting that ball. That was DeMont Spears, the freshman, out in the pattern. Brings up a 3rd down and 6 with 40 seconds to go. Just a little miscommunication there with the receiver out, the freshman receiver out in the pattern there.
Yeah, I mean, he broke out. He was open. Just the ball was behind him. I think he was supposed to have, the freshman should have actually cut the route a little sooner. Otherwise, you do have a completion.
Yep. 4 wide here for Jackson and the Bruins here as they look to be wanting to be aggressive here as they're going to drop to throw again. Jackson steps up in the pocket. Now he'll roll to his left, trying to direct traffic. Fires last second at the corner. Did he bring that in?
Yes,
no, they're going to mark him out of bounds. Ooh. Malik Robinson, a catch right at the 30-yard line, but his foot was out of bounds. Incomplete. A bang-bang play there.
Yeah, no doubt. Sorry, I knew he caught the ball. Just didn't see was it just like the last guy did. He caught the ball and was out of bounds, unfortunately.
So with 31:08 to go, the first stop of the game and the first time we'll see Messiah Jackson punting here at the 46-yard line. High snap, but he's able to field it, and Messiah Jackson's going to keep it. Messiah Jackson, he's got it 1st down and more across the 40-yard line to the 35. A well-executed fake by the Bruins.
Well, I'll give a little shout-out to Beamer. We'll call that Bruin ball instead of Beamer ball. That was a nice fake. I ain't going to lie, I had no idea. I thought he would just punt it to go ahead and go to halftime.
Trickery there from the Bruins.
I think he surprised both of us. I don't know if you expected that,
it was a great play call.
Did not.
You always got to look out when you got an athlete like Messiah Jackson with the ball in his hands, even if it's a punting situation. And who knows if that was supposed to be a fake punt. Maybe you just trust your quarterback enough. You see that green grass, you know how to go get it.
We saw that last week. I don't know if you saw it in a game where the punter did actually have that decision and took it and got the 1st down.
At the 35 now, Jackson still looking to throw. He's going to fire down the middle of the field. Underthrown, and it's intercepted. Great play there by the Battling Bishops inside the 10. They turn over the Bruins. A great interception by Finn Corley.
And that's one of those times that I talked about where sometimes he gets where he sees and he's going to throw the ball no matter what, and he underthrew it. That's twice today that he's done that, and it cost him the 2nd time.
He's underthrown a couple of those balls, but only the 2nd interception of the season for Messiah Jackson. But it comes at an absolutely crucial time for the Battling Bishops here as they hold before half. 17 seconds to go now, but no running clock for them. So they'll get the ball to start that second half, but it's got to look like a completely different offense and defense in the second half.
Yeah, they would definitely have to score to keep this thing close. Because South Florence gets the ball back, there's a good chance they'll score. That's the first time they've been stopped.
Mahoney stands in the end zone. He's going to look to throw. Pressure in his face. Evades one. Now fires right side. And it is right on the sideline. Did he field it in? No, incomplete.
Oh, gosh.
That was Amari Reeves who jumped the pattern and looked like he had an interception right at the 24-yard line. But his foot was not in bounds. Incomplete. And a dangerous play there by Quinn Mahoney, almost turning the ball right back over. 10 seconds to go here in the first half.
Yeah, that was close to an interception.
Amari Reeves and the whole sideline thought he had it. Last play here is they're just going to give it up the middle on an inside zone carry. That is Mitchell Placence. He'll get him out to the 10-yard line, but that's going to do it for your first half of action. The Bruins dominating through 2 quarters here. The defending champs looking for another run at a third. It is 36-0. South Florence over Bishop England here as we've reached halftime. We'll be back after the break. Matt Jordan with scores and updates after this.
Calling all holiday shoppers, Santa just made an early stop at Rivals, a store divided, and his sleigh is loaded with everything you need for the season. Got someone on your list who's all about garnet and orange? Then time to cruise to Rivals. They've got everything for your shopping list, from stylish wallets and leather goods to Yeti tumblers and car accessories. They also stock toys, games, phone cases, and jewelry. Plus carry brands like Johnny O, Southern Tide, Vineyard Vines, Under Armour, and Nike, all at Rivals, a store divided.
South Carolina listeners from the Midlands and the PD have saved thousands of dollars on products and services provided by local businesses at carolinasaves.com. 100% of every item on carolinasaves.com is at least 50% off. There's restaurants, health and beauty products, entertainment items, and so much more. It's worth it to check out the website and bookmark it on your device because new items are added every week. Every day, listeners save cash at carolinasaves.com. Go there now, carolinasaves.com.
Trust DPM Property Maintenance for professional landscape design and installs on new and existing properties, commercial and residential. From irrigation system installs and upgrades to stunning outdoor lighting and audio, DPM prioritizes quality over quantity. They never rush through a job, making sure it's done right the first time, every time. Call Tyler Davison today at 843-617-2038 for your free estimate. Find them on Facebook at Davison Property Maintenance, LLC. DPM Davison Property Maintenance, bringing your vision to life with trust and quality.
Calling all holiday shoppers, Santa just made an early stop at Rivals, a store divided, and his sleigh is loaded with everything you need for the season. Got someone on your list who's all about garnet and orange? Then time to cruise to Rivals. They've got everything for your shopping list, from stylish wallets and leather goods to Yeti tumblers and car accessories. They also stock toys, games, phone cases, and jewelry. Plus carry brands like Johnny O, Southern Tide, Vineyard Vines, Under Armour, and Nike, all at Rivals, a store divided.
Matt Jordan back here in the ESPN Radio 96.3 FM studios, where South Florence takes a 36-0 lead going into the half. Let's take a look at some of the scores from the playoffs. Carolina Forest on top of Fort Dorchester, 35-7. That game moving into the second half. At halftime, Wilson and Hilton Head tied at 7. Camden 17, Daniel 7. Oceanside Collegiate 17, Marlboro County 7. Pinewood Prep 24, Florence Christian nothing. Hartsville and Gray are tied at the half, 21 apiece. Ridgeview 22, Spartanburg 14. It's Somerville 20, Ashley Ridge 14. Myrtle Beach 21, West Florence 7. Central Pageland 27 over East Clarendon 7. It's Lamar 29, Wagner Sally nothing. Hampton County on top of Cheraw 21-0. Sumter leading James Island at the half 28-14. Loris 21, Orangeburg Wilkinson nothing. Irmo takes a 7-6 lead into the half against Lugoff Elgin. And Carvers Bay leads Lakeview by the score of 43-8. In college, Clemson just scores and takes a 10-9 lead late in the second quarter. Once again, South Florence 36, Bishop England nothing.
Community Broadcasters is proud to be your local radio source. However, we're more than just a voice of the airwaves. We're a one-stop shop for total advertising solutions.
Yes, we broadcast your message to loyal listeners, but we also take your brand beyond the dial. Want to reach people where they scroll, stream, and surf? We've got you covered.
Digital ads? Absolutely. Social marketing? You bet. Streaming platforms, targeted campaigns, real-time metrics. That too. Whether you're reaching across town or across the world, we can help place your message directly in front of your ideal audience.
With passion, impact, and results. So why settle for less when you can amplify your message everywhere? Let community broadcasters help you broadcast bigger and advertise smarter.
It's your voice, your reach, one platform with endless possibilities. Email us at communityconnect@combroadcasters.com. That's communityconnect@commbroadcasters.com. Or call us at 843-678-9393. We're Community Broadcasters. It's more than just a catchy name.
Trust DPM Property Maintenance for professional landscape design and installs on new and existing properties, commercial and residential. From irrigation system installs and upgrades to stunning outdoor lighting and audio, DPM prioritizes quality over quantity. They never rush through a job, making sure it's done right the first time, every time. Call Tyler Davison today at 843-617-2038 for your free estimate. Find them on Facebook at Davison Property Maintenance, LLC. DPM Davison Property Maintenance, bringing your vision to life with trust and quality.
Calling all holiday shoppers, Santa just made an early stop at Rivals, a store divided, and his sleigh is loaded with everything you need for the season. Got someone on your list who's all about garnet and orange? Then time to cruise to Rivals. They've got everything for your shopping list, from stylish wallets and leather goods to Yeti tumblers and car accessories. They also stock toys, games, phone cases, and jewelry. Plus carry brands like Johnny O, Southern Tide, Vineyard Vines, Under Armour, and Nike, all at Rivals, a store divided.
Community Broadcasters is proud to be your local radio source. However, we're more than just a voice of the airwaves. We're a one-stop shop for total advertising solutions.
Yes, we broadcast your message to loyal listeners, but we also take your brand beyond the dial. Want to reach people where they scroll, stream, and surf? We've got you covered.
Digital ads? Absolutely. Social marketing? You bet. Streaming platforms, targeted campaigns, real-time metrics. That too. Whether you're reaching across town or across the world, we can help place your message directly in front of your ideal audience.
With passion, impact, and results. So why settle for less when you can amplify your message everywhere? Let community broadcasters help you broadcast bigger and advertise smarter.
It's your voice, your reach, one platform with endless possibilities. Email us at communityconnect@combroadcasters.com. That's communityconnect@combroadcasters.com. Or call us at 843-678-9393. We're Community Broadcasters. It's more than just a catchy name.
This is the college football preview from the Sports Talk Media Network. Phil Kornblut along with Chris Bergen. Bergie, the football weekend off and running early for teams in the state of South Carolina because as we speak, Clemson is playing at Louisville and South Carolina State is playing at North Carolina Central. The Bulldogs trying to stay undefeated in the MEAC, and the Tigers trying to get back to 500 in the ACC. So our focus now will be South Carolina on the road and Coastal Carolina on the road. The Gamecocks going to College Station to take on Texas A&M, and they are huge underdogs.
Probably as big an underdog, Phil, as they've been in a while. You go in there almost a 3-touchdown underdog, and I think it's fair. I mean, Las Vegas isn't set up to lose money. They know what they're doing over there. And if you look at the two teams, I think you can see a wide gap in terms of talents, and especially the one matchup that really concerns you, and I thought Ellis Johnson hit it well earlier in the week on Sports Talk, talked about how are the Gamecocks going to be able to handle that front four of Texas A&M, which has been tremendous this season long, just really giving problems to everybody. And you might be able to run the football if you're a talented rush team against Texas A&M, like, say, Missouri, who's got really good running backs. South Carolina hasn't been able to run the football against anybody, Phil, and I fear for Lenore Seller's health, and I'm serious, because as bad as the offensive line has been this season for the Gamecocks, he might be in trouble on Saturday because Texas A&M is going to put a tremendous amount of pressure on him, and I think, and I was surprised they didn't budge, I still think Texas A&M is the best team in the country, and I think after being ranked number 3 in the college football playoff, it really won't matter, but in the rankings. But I think they may go out with an idea, let's go show the nation just how good we are.
Yeah, I don't think the Gamecocks are going to catch these guys sleeping, even though it's an 11 o'clock kickoff local time in College Station. It's hard to point to any aspect of that matchup where you'd say South Carolina
has an advantage. What about Coastal Carolina going to Georgia Southern? A chance here for the Chanticleers to put themselves in position to play for the Sun Belt Division Championship in a couple of weeks.
Fascinating matchup here. Georgia Southern's won the last 2 meetings, and Georgia Southern not the easiest place to go play, and they're coming off. They've sort of had an up-and-down season. They had a weird start to the year, Phil. They played at Fresno State, then stayed in California for a week and played Southern California. Of course, their head coach is Clay Helton, the former Southern Cal head coach, so he got some connections out there. They actually trained at the Oxnard training facility for the Dallas Cowboys while they were out there, so really fun experience, I would think, for the players. They went 0-2, though, and have tried to battle back through that this season. They are not a very good run defensive team, and that's exactly what Coastal does extremely well. The last 4 ball games, the Chanticleers have eclipsed over 200 yards on the ground. This past week in the win over Georgia State, they went over 300 yards, and as long as Coastal's focused, they're probably the better football team. Snap that losing streak to Georgia Southern and set yourself up in 2 weeks for a huge game at home against JMU.
With a visit to South Carolina coming in between, so the Chanticleers playing some very good football down the stretch. Elsewhere involving state teams on Saturday, Furman seeking to snap a 2-game losing streak will be home to VMI, while Wofford, which has won 2 in a row, will try to make it 3 in a row at the Citadel. And Citadel, of course, has had an up-and-down season going into this game. They're coming off a loss at Ole Miss. We won't hold that against them. Their last outing against a Southern Conference team, they beat VMI, and again, they'll be hosting Wofford on Saturday. Presbyterian, a loser at Davidson last week, will be traveling to St. Thomas. Unfortunately, it's not the one in the Virgin Islands. It's the one in Minnesota. So take out the long underwear for that one. Charleston Southern back in action after a weekend off. The Bucks have won 3 in a row. They'll be at UT Martin. Erskine plays its final game of the season. Flying Fleet will be at Allen. They've lost 3 in a row, while Allen has won its last 3. Also on Saturday is the championship game of the SIAC. This will pit Benedict against Albany State in Georgia. Albany State came to Columbia back in late October and beat Benedict, the only loss of the season for the Tigers. They'll go into that one at 9-1. And finally, North Greenville at home to take on UNC Pembroke. This is the championship game for Conference Carolinas. North Greenville won the regular season matchup. That'll do it for the college football preview. For Chris Bergen, this is Phil Kornblut on the Sports Talk Media Network.
Get ready for some fall fun at the Friendsgiving Pickleball and Chili Cook-Off Tournament, Saturday, November 15th at Timrod Park. Serve up some friendly competition in the pickleball tournament starting at 9 a.m. Then warm up with the Chili Cook-Off at 11:30 a.m. The tournament will also have a kids zone and televisions for watching college football. All proceeds will help support the students at Montessori School of Florence through outdoor classroom enhancements. Head to the Montessori School of Florence Facebook page to find out how to register your team or chili entry today.
Gamecock and Tiger fans, stop by KJ's Markets. Scan the code on the Gatorade display and register for your chance to win. KJ's Markets and Gatorade are giving away pairs of tickets to USC and Clemson home games all season long. College football fans, it's the best time of year, and Gatorade wants you to be in the middle of all the action. Stop by your local participating KJ's Markets. Scan the code on the Gatorade display and register for your chance to win USC or Clemson football tickets.
More live action. It's the high school football game of the week on 96.3 ESPN Radio.
Welcome back to the high school football game of the week here on 96.3 ESPN Radio. The halftime score of your Class 4A second round matchup, South Florence, the number 1 seed versus the battling Bishops of Bishop England, the 8 seed. South Florence, a commanding 36-0 lead here as we get ready to start the second half of play. Chuck, and it was business as usual for the defending champs, just dominating in every facet of the game in that first half.
It's the most well-rounded game that I have seen South Florence play this year so far.
And that says a lot, too.
Yes, I've seen them a ton this year, and we're both seeing the same thing. The only thing that I saw towards the end was the only negative play when he threw the interception. Other than that, this has been like a flawless game for them.
Yep, it has been.
I know they've had those 2 holding, but other than that, like I said, it's really been a flawless game. They've just been performing on all 3 aspects of the game. Bishop England, if they don't score right now, James, I don't want to be a negative Nancy against Bishop England, but South Florence gets this ball back again and scores, this thing's over.
Well, you mentioned it there as well. That one kind of glimmer of hope for Bishop England at this point is that late interception in the first half where South Florence was going up in the red zone, pretty much right on the edge of the red zone, and about to go up at least 42 points, possibly 43 or 44, depending on the point after. 42 points in high school football, you start running a clock. But now Bishop England able to get that stop there, able to get the ball back on offense. If they score on this, South Florence is forced to play at least a four-quarter game at that point, at least try to go back and forth for another couple of possessions.
Yeah, I mean, if you want your team to have any chance, if you have the second half, like if you can match what South Florence did, this happy for Bishop England, of course you got a chance.
Absolutely.
But if you think you can match what they did and stop them, that's going to be the problem. I don't think anybody's scoring 35 points and a half against South Florence.
No, but not against this defense that has played lights out tonight in a lot of facets, as well as this offensive line in this running game. Cameron James and Gabe McLaughlin dominating in the first half, well over 100 yards combined and 3 touchdowns combined between the two of them. That is a dominant running duo that the Bruins are prepared to ride that all the way to the championship game, it looks like.
I think there was an album Metallica made that said, ride the lightning. In this case, you ride the lightning and the thunder.
Right.
Because those two boys are really, really talented running backs. And we haven't seen, they'll get stopped here and there, but not too often. Gabe is the one who's a little bit more of the, I don't want to say slower, because actually he's more methodical, because once he got clear a minute ago, the touchdown got pulled back from a hold. However, he lit himself in there. That's the fastest I've seen him running.
Yeah, definitely two different styles of runner, both very fast. One's the more north-south runner, and then Cam James, he's a little more patient, a little more of the left and right movements using his offensive linemen. Obviously, they do a great job together, and they have dominated this first half, as well as the offensive player of the year in the region, Messiah Jackson. Besides that one interception, once again, he is playing on par as usual. I'm sure his coach, Drew Marlowe, wants to see a few things tightened up here. We probably won't see much more of that first-team offense here in the rest of this game, though, so we'll have to see about that.
Yeah, and it does depend on how quickly they do score. And while we're here, let's go ahead and at least mention one more time about the injury to Dwayne Felder.
Yep.
We're praying for you, young man. Hope everything turns out well. And bless you, sir.
Yeah, for him and his family, absolutely. I'm sure that was a very scary moment here for them, a night that's going to be filled with a lot of joy for a lot of the South Florence faithful. We always need to be mindful of those impacted. It's a great game. It's a fun game, and we all love the great sport of football, but it is a dangerous game as well, and all these players know the risks of that, but as you perfectly said, Chuck, we are praying for that young man. He will be in our thoughts and prayers in the coming weeks, but obviously his team, they're going to put on a show for their down comrade, and they're going to be having a fire lit under them, I'm sure, the rest of this playoff stretch.
Yeah, you would think so at this point. This should be extra motivation because he is one of the better players on the team and does see a lot of action. I know he's a sophomore, but he has played a lot this year.
So in order for Bishop England to have the chance here, it really starts on this opening drive. We've seen them target Zach Balog a decent amount, Ben Turner, but we really haven't seen anybody get that chance to really break away, have any type of space. This South Florence defense is just suffocating. You got to think Bishop England, I mean, your back's against the wall. You're down 30-plus here to start this, 24 minutes left of football. It's, all gas, no brakes. You leave nothing in the tank at this point.
Yeah, and if you're on Bishop England's side, you've got to put the ball in your playmakers' hands, your best playmakers. Give them a chance to do the ball. Tonin definitely seems to be one of their better playmakers. The quarterback, Mahoney, definitely seems like he's definitely one of the better quarterbacks. Got a brother on the team that we talked about. Need to get the ball. They have played yard football. I promise you, if they're brothers, they played some yard football. You have to involve the best players, and I would suggest taking it to the outside. Do not try to run this ball up the middle against South Florence.
Easier said than done against this defense. These linebackers fly all over the field here as we are ready to start the second half of action. South Florence up big here. Bishop England really with one more last gasp of breath here as they will get ready to receive this football here to start the second half, as Zach Balog, as well as that's Chase Tunnan back there to receive this opening second half kickoff. Here we go, 24 minutes, win or go home in the second round of the 4A playoffs. starts now as Coy Joyner kicks it away. A low line driving kick that will bounce at the 3-yard line and into the end zone on that left side for a touchback, as the Bishop England offense will start at the 20-yard line, moving from right to left here towards the Bruin Fieldhouse. And as we go ahead, Chuck.
I'm sorry. What a big weapon they have with Joyner. I mean, he just can get it through the end zone. And in high school, we've talked about numerous times. Both of these kickers on this team seem to be really phenomenal. This is the best special teams game I have seen. I will say that.
Coy Joyner only 1 for 2 on field goals all year, only 2 attempts. That shows how efficient this Bruin team is when they get inside the red zone. But maybe just for the fun of it, they may give Coy Joyner a try here in the second half. Here we go. 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line for Mahoney and this Bishop offense as they hand off up the middle, and not much doing. Again, same result as that first half, as number 44 for the Bruins, Josh Gant, the junior, in there for a tackle for loss of 1.
Yeah, I mean, even when they're putting in, because they already just switched out 3 linebackers. They put anybody in that middle, and nobody's running against those linebackers. Along with when you have number 50 out.
Yeah, man, we talked about it earlier.
Williams, it just makes it so much easier for everybody else. Stop running up the middle, though. I will say that.
Shift from the Bruins, and now they'll adjust. Mahoney looks to throw, but pressure inside, and he's sacked. Checking on the number, I think that's number 29 for the Bruins. One of the linebackers coming on a blitz. That's Jewel Washington, the sophomore. They checked it, but they didn't block it, so it'll be 3rd down and 22 now after the sack.
What a huge, huge play by the sophomore. It's got to be a good feeling in your playoff game to get a sack.
Backed up to the 12-yard line. Check it, it's 3rd and 18 as the down and distance. They'll look to throw a quick screen pass up the middle. It's Zach Balog on that right sideline. He'll work his way to the 20 through traffic, but not enough for the first down. And it'll be 4th and 10 here early for the Battling Bishops here on the opening drive of the second half.
Definitely not what you wanted to have if you're Bishop England. However, South Florence, as they've done all year also, they tackle in population, and I love to see it. I love to see where they're all going after the ball. It's what you call team defense, and it gets people down on the ground normally.
And it wins championships for most of this past couple of years. As it'll be 4th and 10 as out comes Jode Rentas for, I believe, his 4th punt of the night. As this one a end-over-end kick high that'll bounce at the 48-yard line of South Florence. Checks up now, takes a nice bounce to the 45-yard line, and then a little die there. So a 3 and out to start the second half for Bishop England. Not the result they wanted. Now the defense is left with their last gasp against this Bruin offense here. Down 10 minutes to go here, 3rd quarter.
Yeah, this is your stop you have to make on this particular drive. They score, game is over because that running clock starts. I know we've talked about it, but it starts right then, and this game is going to be over quicker than you know it.
Yep. 1st and 10 for the Bruins at the 45. Cam James handoff up the middle of the field. Submarines for a gain of about 2 there. That's a good opening tackle there by Matthew Ponkow, one of the best defensive linemen in the region. He's got over 25 tackles for losses.
He's actually ranked also in the state, in the nation, 303rd, I think, in sacks at 12.
Yep. Quite a talented player, but they've been able to keep him in check for most of the night, thanks to Ethan Cash. Now as they line up offsetting the line, 2 tackles to the left, big heavy set as they're going to run Cam James to that side. Is he able to get out of the arm tackle from his legs, and he'll sprint to about another 5-yard gain. It'll be 3rd and 1 as they play the Roadrunner theme here in the stadium, and that's just what it looked like.
Yeah, this is a little bit of a speed, a little bit of a burst, but they did hold on to him, which is a good sign for Bishop England. They've got him down to 3rd down. You have your shot now to stop South Florence. It's going to be 2 downs, though.
3rd and 2. They're going to give it up the middle. Cameron James knifing easily for a first down as he'll cross the 45-yard line all the way to the 41 as the Roadrunner beeps again for another first down for the Bruins.
Yeah, just a big hole by that offensive line. Nobody touched him until he was at the 2nd level. They're just dominating this game, the offensive line is.
It has been a clinic in offensive line run blocking for the Bruins. Gabe McLaughlin checking into the game now as the Bruins not in a rush. They want to get this drive right. They want to go ahead and run this clock. 2 receivers to Jackson's right along with the 2 tight ends. They're going to give it to McLaughlin up the middle of the field. Met in the pile. Just a no-nonsense run there. Call it a gain of 4 or 5.
That's what he does. I mean, he is more of the thunder part of that lightning crew, and he just tries to bust through them, just like a little, we call it a wrecking ball.
Right.
I mean, but he's a big wrecking ball. He's tall.
Mark it 2nd down and 5 here now. The Bruins really slowing it down now. Now is they line up and they'll switch up here. Another shift, lining up Gabe McLaughlin and Bruce Thompson to that right side. Give to McLaughlin up the middle of the field, but met at the line of scrimmage and driven back. The first man there was Chase Tunnan, and his brothers will help him out with the tackle. That'll bring up 3rd down. Physical play there by the battling Bishops, and a play they desperately needed.
Yeah, good tackle by them. Was it both brothers?
It was at least the Chase.
Just a phenomenal tackle by them, and at the same time, they've got to be careful. Once again, they pushed the player back and then tackled him a little bit rough. Gabe's a little bit hurt from that tackle.
That time it was Chase and Trevor Tunnan who combined for that tackle. 3rd down and 4 now as Messiah Jackson hard counts. Now he'll check to the line of scrimmage. The Bishops don't jump. We're inside 10 seconds on the play clock. Messiah Jackson, cool, calm, and collected here as he'll get the snap. Fake it to Cam James, and he'll run right side on a counter. There goes Messiah Jackson with Green in front across the 25. Lowers his shoulder, and he'll raise it to the 20-yard line. That's another Bruin 1st down, and the Region Player of the Year, making it look easy.
Yeah, I was going to say, he made that look effortless. He didn't even ever get to full speed. He just knew what he had and just went ahead and run over their player. And
they spread it out now. Bunch quad set to that left side. They'll throw it to Jayon Perkins as he'll make the first man miss as he'll scamper for a gain of 5.
Give Bishop England credit right now. They're definitely not trying to give up this touchdown. They are trying to fight hard for it. I just think they're outmanned, James.
Yeah, it's tough, especially, talent-wise and this offensive scheme. The Bruins know what they're good at, and they lean into it as Messiah Jackson checks with his offensive line there, now settling in the gun. 2nd down and 5. Straight drop, he's going to look to throw, fires from the flat to Cam James, but the defense read it immediately. They'll tackle him maybe for a gain of 1. That was a nice play there by Trevor Tunnan, one of the brothers.
Yeah, there's 3 of them, so it is kind of hard to keep up with which one did it, but a solid tackle by that young man.
Sets up a big 3rd down here right on the edge. We talked about Coy Joyner possibly kicking another field goal here. If the battling Bishops are able to get the stop, we may see Mr. Joyner here. They're going to give it up the middle. Cameron James knifing up the middle. Another 1st down, fighting inside the 5. And another big run by the Bruins. Sets up 1st and goal. Just no answer for this non-stop running game.
Yeah, Cameron James says, no, Jordan, you ain't kicking a field goal tonight, not if I can keep from it. And, wow, just the speed that he has. And just he's such a smaller back, and he drug people just then.
He does not fall
behind.
He falls forward.
And the people that are out there are a little bit bigger than him. He's just a strong athlete.
1st down and goal from the 3. They'll fake it to James. Fire in the end zone. Touchdown, Jayon Perkins on a slant for Messiah Jackson.
Well, the running clock is on, James, because that's 42 points.
The Bruins pouring it on here now. 42-0 the score with 5:18 to go. As they're not starting the running clock yet. Still 5:18. We'll check it. I see, yes, the referee going ahead and saying, go ahead and start spinning that clock here. As Coy Joyner on to the extra point here. Snap is down. Ben Tyner on the hold. It is up and good. Yes. Coy Joyner tacks on another one. The score now 43-0 Bruins.
Just a dominating performance, and as a alumni of South Florence, can't be prouder of how the team's playing. Never want to see a team just get destroyed like this. Never have been that kind of guy, but it also doesn't necessarily hurt my feelings, like I said, as an alumni.
The clock now running with 5 minutes to go and counting. We'll have to keep up with that as we move through this second half. It'll move a little bit faster. The Bruins will get ready to kick this off here. As you can already see, a lot of the guys on the special teams coverage here, kind of their second group of guys, as Coach Marlowe wants to get all the playoff experience he can for his young squad here, stepping into the game in this second half. an invaluable resource when you're talking about building championship teams for not just this year, but next year too.
Yeah, no doubt. And it also gives his players, the first teamers, the chance to stay injury free for this game.
And cheer on your teammates.
Yeah, and to get to the next round of the playoffs.
Tunnin, a smart play there. Oh, my goodness gracious.
I'll describe that one if you want. He kicked that ball. It should have went out of bounds. He kicked it in the normal corner that he does. It stayed on a line and just over like a bowling ball and stayed inside the lane and went right past the pylon.
Coach Joyner, I need to look at your short game in the game of golf, man, because that right there, that was unbelievable. As you said, Chuck, that ball bounced right at the out of bounds line there and just rolled down the line into the end zone.
Yeah, almost like you were shooting pool into a pocket.
Right. And it just has been that kind of night for the Bruins here as the Bishops start at the 20-yard line. They send their tailback in motion. They're going to throw a middle screen back up to Zach Balog up the middle of the field to the 30-yard line. Tackled there by Will Wilson, the Campbell commit, on that left-hand sideline for the Bishops. It'll be a first down.
Yeah, definitely one of the better plays for the battling Bishops. I wanted to at least say that one time for them, the battling Bishops. That is their best design play, and where's that been all night? I'm sure that's what they're wondering too.
First and 10 from the 39 now as they'll send Placence in motion again, and this time they'll swing it out to him in the flat. He'll have a little bit of running room down that right sideline as he's met at the 40 and wrestled out of bounds there. Call it a gain of maybe 4 or 5 for Placence as the Battling Bishops desperately trying to move this football quickly as we're inside 3 minutes to go in the third quarter.
Yeah, this ball goes out of bounds. There's not stop the clock. Nothing stopping the clock at this point except for the quarter running out. So, yeah, they're going to have to continue this kind of stuff. The game is definitely over at this point, but for next year, any kind of confidence that you can give to other players that are still on your team, you want to do.
And obviously, these seniors want to play for pride as well against the defending champs as the Mahoney will take off up the middle of the field, weaving through Bruins. He's able to get a nice gain of about 7 yards there for a first down right at midfield for the Bishops.
Yeah, so far this drive has been good, and you can tell it might also possibly be, James, that some of the starters aren't out there on the South Florence defense because this is the best-looking drive all night for Bishop England.
Currently, the only starter I see out there is Will Wilson on that right-hand sideline, and they definitely rotate a lot of corners as well. First and 10 from midfield. Mahoney will fake it to Placence, and he'll run, breaking a tackle in the middle of the field across the 45, diving forward for yardage, and he'll get it to the 44-yard line. It'll set up second down and 4.
Yeah, it's a nice design play because that was a quarterback design draw. Gained about 6, 7 yards, but just a positive play. Once again, Bishop England's best drive so far.
As this has been the most we've seen Mahoney running the football as well. As I was aware that he was definitely a threat to do that. Don't know how much they were going to use him tonight, but they're trying to lean on it here on this drive down 43. Second down and 4. Mahoney will straight drop a screen up the middle of the field and deflected into the air by a group of Bruins. I think the man that got his hand on it was Jewel Washington, the sophomore linebacker, on a blitz. It'll be third down now.
Yeah, and then Josh Gant was up in there as well to give him a little credit because either one of them, somebody was getting to that quarterback.
Intended for Zach Balog on a middle screen. 3rd and 4 here as the Battling Bishops check to the sideline. Inside a minute to go here in the third quarter, as this will probably be one of the last plays here of the quarter in a desperate need for a first down. Pressure look from the Bruins. They'll send 5 rushing as they delay the screen in the middle of the field. It's complete on a high throw. He'll be marked just short there. A great catch and effort by Chase Tunnin that time, but a shoestring tackle by the Bruins. I think that's going to keep him short.
Yeah, nice tackle. Oh, he did get that shoestring in there, James. I think it was number 80, but I can't be positive. Abdul Irvin.
We may have to check, but they had a whistle after the play as well. The officiating crew huddling up at the line of scrimmage here, as there may have been some penalty there on a hold or maybe an illegal block downfield on a screen play like that. The clock is stopped with 20.9 seconds to go as we will wait the call. Here he goes.
Which I thought even on penalties they didn't stop the clock. Maybe I'm wrong. Evidently, they stopped the
Holding
clock.
on the offense, and that'll back him up to 3rd down and call it 11 or 12 yards now for the Bishops as they run the clock here. And they could let this go to the 4th quarter here, but obviously the Bishops want to try to run as many plays as possible here with the football. As we are inside 5 seconds, 3, still not lined up to the Bishops, and I don't think they're going to get this play off. Nope, and that will do it for the first 3 quarters here as the Bruins got that touchdown they needed into the 3rd, and it is now 43-0 here as we enter the final 12 minutes of the 2nd round in the 4A playoffs. South Florence up 43-0. We'll be back with the 4th quarter after the break.
Trust DPM Property Maintenance for professional landscape design and installs on new and existing properties, commercial and residential. From irrigation system installs and upgrades to stunning outdoor lighting and audio, DPM prioritizes quality over quantity. They never rush through a job, making sure it's done right the first time, every time. Call Tyler Davison today at 843-617-2038 for your free estimate. Find them on Facebook at Davison Property Maintenance, LLC. DPM Davison Property Maintenance, bringing your vision to life with trust and quality.
Coming up after the game, it's the South Carolina High School Scoreboard Show on 96.3 ESPN Radio.
Welcome back to the high school football game of the week here on 96.3 ESPN Radio as we've reached the 4th quarter in the Bruins, a commanding 43-0 lead over Bishop England, traveling all the way from the Charleston area to play in this 2nd round matchup. Not the outcome they've wanted here. The last 12 minutes of their season are upon them here, and they'll be playing for pride here as they start at midfield here, 3rd and 11. Mahoney will drop to throw. Pressure in his face. He'll throw a crossing route to Chase Tunnen, who's got it. Hurdles over a man, but he'll be pushed out of bounds at the 45-yard line. Flag flies in late. What an athletic play there, though.
Yeah, he definitely hurdled him. I wonder what the flag is for because I didn't see anything over there that would have caused a flag. But that's the guy we were talking about also, Tony. You can just when you're out here and you're looking at these games, James, that we get to do every week, you could tell who the athletes are on both teams.
Absolutely.
There's just so many more on the South Florence team. It's unreal.
Check the flag here as I finally see it was thrown right at the tackle attempt there, right as he hurdled almost. So I'm not sure if there's any illegality to hurdling in high school football, as it will be against the battling Bishops here, as it is a personal foul against the Bishops there, and that'll be a 15-yard penalty. Mark them back even further here on this long 3rd down, all the way to the 39. The line to gain is their own 39. So they got to get 20 yards here.
I wonder if that personal foul was him jumping over the player, if there was just some smack talking we didn't see. I'm not sure. I guess it doesn't matter.
There was some late pushing there at the end. I can't believe that you would throw a flag on a hurdle. That just seems crazy to me.
I thought that was legal.
3rd and very long here from the 39-yard line as they send one of the Tunnen brothers in motion to the right side. Mahoney, pressure in his face as he runs to his right, fires last second. He's got his man. Diving catch right at the sticks at the 40-yard line. A diving grab by Brody Tunnen that time, the senior. And it'll be 4th down and about a yard and a half, call it 2, to go here for Bishop England.
And you can see some of his talent, just in Mahoney's talent. He was, on the run and stopped, saw his guy wide open, and threw a bomb. I mean, not a bomb, but a bullet to him.
Right. It was honestly a low throw. He had the defender getting close to him, so protecting his player a little bit there. But it'll be just shy of that 1st down line to gain. Sets up a big 4th down here for the battling Bishops here. 10:20 to go and counting, as it looks like the Bishop England head coach, Logan Hall, sensing the importance here with one of his final opportunities with this group, we'll call a timeout here for the 4th down.
All right, well, I'm going to have to educate myself on those rules of the running clock because I'm just not understanding that
No, timeout, I
timeouts,
suppose, is
anything.
going to call it.
Yes, but
yes,
I
sir.
didn't think anything.
That is the first timeout of the second half for Bishop England here. And obviously a big fourth down as you get it inside South Florence territory here. Haven't had many opportunities like this tonight. So you don't want to be goose-egged in a playoff game. You want to try to get some points on the board.
Yeah, no doubt. I don't know that they've had any field position this good all night. If they did, it was. I don't think they have, James. I think this is the best field position they've had.
Yep.
Just been a total domination by South Florence so far.
Not many times they've been able to cross the 50 tonight.
There was a lot of 3 and outs.
Yep. As here we are, 4th down and 2 from the 39. As the clock will run on the ready for play. There it is. Mahoney in the gun, 3 wide receivers. Quarterback power all the way. Bruins in the backfield trying to rig him down. Ball came out late as well. I don't know if they marked his forward progress down. It looks like from the spot that's going to be a Bishop first down just by the nose of the football.
Yeah, but you can still tell the athletic ability of Mahoney. He pushed the pile and got that first down. I'm not sure when the ball came out. It was definitely after the whistle.
Pretty late in the play there. The Bruins raking at that football, trying to make a play.
And Bishop England recovered it anyway, so they were still going to be okay.
Yep. 1st and 10 now from the 38-yard line. 2 tailback set for the battling Bishops. Mahoney will fake to Tunnon. Oh, my goodness. Bruins all over him in the backfield. Yeah. Didn't have a good option there. Mahoney just ate it. That'll be a loss of 2 on the play. And the Bruin defensive line, even with the backups in, dominating this game.
Yeah, he didn't really have a chance. They shot in there. There was 4 of them on him at one time with number 44 back in there again, Josh Gant.
Brings up 2nd down and 12 now as Mahoney trying to get the signals out to his wide receiver. Still set up in a 5-wide empty set here on the 2nd down. Straight drop. He's going to look to throw. Pressure coming. He's going to roll right, firing on that sideline. And a good catch there as he was able to get down and hold on to the football.
No, it's an incomplete pass.
They did call it incomplete.
Yeah, no, he was waving it off the whole time. Yeah, and you can see the receiver. But once again, you saw the ability of Mahoney to be on the run and throw an accurate pass.
Yeah.
Should have been called.
Yeah, I don't think he got his foot down. I think he held on to the ball, but I just don't think he had that back foot in bounds, I believe. So right there on that Bruins sideline. It'll be 3rd down and 12. Still in that 5-wide set for Mahoney here. 8 minutes and 10 seconds and counting. Here we go. Takes a snap. He'll look to throw. Pressure. He'll step up in the pocket. He's going to look to run. Makes a man miss, and he'll weave for a first down. Runs over another Bruin and lowers his shoulder. The best run of the day for Quinn Mahoney to inside the 25-yard line and showing a little fight for the battling Bishops.
Yeah, he didn't want to go down that time. I mean, if you would have had this effort, young man, no offense, I'm sure you wanted to, but if you would have had this kind of effort the whole game, this is what we talked about. You got to lead your team, and just then, that was a leadership play. He run over players against South Florence to get that yardage.
Sets up 1st and 10 from the 23-yard line for Mahoney. As this has been the best Bishop England drive of the day, as he's going to look to throw again, looking at that left side. He's going to take off up the middle again, but this time Bruins ready to meet him after a short gain there. He maybe picked up another 5 or 6 yards. And bring up 2nd down as Mahoney's trying to do it himself on this drive.
Yeah, it almost looks like he's doing it on purpose. He's letting the offense or the defense go past him and doesn't even worry about throwing the ball, and then he's taking off.
A 1-2 read, and then he's going to use his feet. That Bruin defensive line not giving him much time either way. It'll be 2nd down and 5. Bishop England inside the red zone now of the Bruins. As they keep it 4 wide set, they're going to send the back in motion to the right side, and Mahoney firing into the end zone, and it is intercepted at the goal line. The Bruins turn them away again. This defense, no matter who's in, just continues to make plays, and they'll turn over Bishop England one more time.
That was It looked like Khaki number 17. Did you see 17 as well?
No, that's going to be number 6 of the Bruins. That's that's Frederick Cooper,
Okay.
the junior defensive back, making a play there.
And he read it the whole way. He was back there as a safety. He could tell that he was going to throw it to the left side, and he just went over here and stepped right in the way.
Returned it to the 11-yard line, and this is where the Bruins will get ready to salt this game away inside 6 minutes as the backup quarterback, De'Eric Davis, in for relief duty for Messiah Jackson.
Yeah, now you see some of the people actually
inside zone. A nice run there for about 3 or 4 yards on the carry that time. Looks like that's Jaden Allen, the sophomore, number 28 on the carry. Brings up 2nd down and 7.
It's a good experience with that running back. He'll be back next year. He's only a sophomore.
Maybe the second guy to Cam James. He has a similar build to Cameron James, a smaller back there. But even on that short carry, you can see the speed. As the Bruins in no hurry here to get this play call in. Clock winding. They'll be able to snap this inside 5 minutes. De'Eric Davis, we've seen him a couple of times in relief duty here. He's played well in spots. They're going to give it up the middle to Allen again this time, but the Bishop England defense able to get some penetration that time, knock him down in the backfield for a loss. Brings a 3rd down and 8 and another chance for the battling Bishops to get off the field.
Yeah, this is one of their better defensive stands as well, but I hate to keep reminding the audience, this is their second team out here playing against them, so put the first team out there, and I'm sure we got a whole different ball game again.
Yeah, no starters out on the field for the Bruins. As we'll see if we have everybody on the roster here tonight, but we're definitely dipping into the bring them up from JV range here as De'Eric Davis will look to throw play fake, firing to that left side. A big collision tackle there at the 20, but he bounces right up. That's Asher Jernigan, the junior, with a nice catch. It'll set up 4th down and 2.
And that's Chase Tonin, the guy I've been talking about all night. Definitely one of the athletes on Bishop England. He stuck it to that young man.
He's been all over the field for them tonight. He's only a sophomore as well, so.
And he plays defense and offense. He's got 2 brothers, so they're all sophomores.
Well, they have the Brody, who's the senior, but the other one is Trevor, who's
2
also
sophomores.
a sophomore.
Okay,
yes,
yeah,
sir.
2 linebacker sophomores because they're both playing linebacker, and I think they both play on offense too.
19, 20, and 21 are their numbers. So
yeah, 21's out there, 19's out there. The only one I don't see is 20 yet.
As the Bruins will go ahead and run that clock all the way down to 3:34, and they're going to call a timeout.
And number 20's out there too, James.
Yep.
So all 3 brothers are out there
All
on
the
defense.
whole family's out there, yes, sir.
Yeah, and they play offense too.
They've played well. All 3 of the brothers have had their moment to shine tonight. Obviously, outmatched as a unit against the Bruins, but Bishop England, a lot of pride on this team. They've had a great season, making it back to the playoffs under second-year head coach Logan Hall, has since coming in from the University of South Carolina as a offensive analyst and a player development guy. He has turned the culture back around at Bishop England, and they're going to be a threat moving forward in that Charleston region.
Yeah, and not only did they make the playoffs, they won the first game of the playoffs as well. So
dominant over Lower Richland.
Yeah,
yes, sir.
yeah, but with that said, it's still a really good season for your second season.
Absolutely.
Make it to the second round of the playoffs and get beat by the best team in the state.
Yep, can't really,
if you're gonna be, if you're them, you're rooting for South Florence because then you want to be able to say the team that took us out was number 1 in the state that year.
As Messiah Jackson checking back into the game here on this 4th down and 2. Gabe McLaughlin also in the game, and he'll sprint up the middle of the field for a first down, as that is a whole 11-man switch there for the Bruins, a whole team substitution, as they really wanted that first down. And the second unit comes back into the game. I don't think I've ever seen that, Chuck, where it's a whole 11-man sub right there.
Well, I think it was the explanation of what I was talking about. The reason that the Bishop England was having so much success on their defense was because all the players were second-string players. That felt like more of a point to prove.
That was quite funny there. It was a whole fire drill for both of them, as every single player jogged off the field for the Bruins as the second unit back out there. De'Eric Davis as well as Allen in the backfield. They'll give it to him up the middle, running right side, trying to find some running room. A nice tackle from behind as the senior Alex Hunter will not go quietly into that good night. Their leading tackler with a big hit there, 2nd and 9.
Yeah, he really stuck it to the player just then, James. That was a really solid tackle, really hard tackle. So I'm surprised at this point that, well, no, I'm not. You always want to keep playing no matter what, but I probably am surprised that they're not giving up a little bit more, especially with that effort on that tackle just then.
I don't believe it was a question of effort for the Battling Bishops. I know a lot of these guys, you can tell by their numbers, they fought hard to get to this point. It's just a question of the different types of programs at this point.
Yeah, and I'm more referring to once you get down effort, that kind of way. Because, of course, they're all going to. But when you're disappointed like that, when you're down, it's hard to keep that motivation. And they're doing a wonderful job doing it.
Allen, another handoff up the middle. This one, not much, as Matthew Punkow, as we haven't called his name much tonight, makes a nice play there, dragging him down. Only a gain of 1. It'll set up 3rd down and 9 as the Bruins inside. 2 minutes to go now. Really want to just run the rest of this clock out with the ball. They'll need a chunk play here. It'll be 3rd and 9. Tall Derek Davis stands next to Allen in the gun, and they're going to fake it. And this is Davis on a quarterback keeper going right side, looking for the pylon. Did he get that first down? If not, it's going to be really close.
Yeah, I think he got to the first down marker.
They're going to flip it to the 4th.
Short.
Yeah, it'll be marked at the 40-yard line. They needed to get to the 41. We're inside a minute to go here. The Bruins, 4th and 1, have to run one more play to get this one out of here.
Well, he is definitely going to let his team stay out there this time, the second-string team, instead of bringing in the first team to get this 4th down. So a little bit of confidence for them, and we don't get to laugh until next time.
And we'll see. This time they won't take this second team out. 4th and 1, they're going to go. Derek Davis power going left side, and he's still stretching it out. He got it, though. First down, Bruins.
That's going to do it.
And that will put the exclamation point on it. The Bruins able to eat up the entire 4th quarter and a dominant win, 43-0 in the second round of the playoffs. We'll have to stay tuned to see who they'll be facing, either North Augusta next week or Gilbert. But we will be here, Chuck, for the 3rd round of the playoffs, whoever the Bruins will play.
I can't wait. When I was talking to the people outside, once again, South Florence alumni right now, or right here, told them outside we plan to see them the next 2 weeks.
The Bruins continue their dominant fashion of playoff wins. The final score, South Florence 43, Bishop England 0. Thank you, everybody, for listening. Hope you all have a great night, and we'll see you next week on the Florence Game of the Week. Have a great night.
You've been listening to the 96.3 ESPN Radio High School Football Game of the Week, brought to you in part by Galloway Auto Glass, Stoudemire Dowling Funeral Home, Adams Metal Building Supply, Rivals, a store divided. This has been a presentation of Community Broadcasters Sports.
Get ready for some fall fun at the Friendsgiving Pickleball and Chili Cook-Off Tournament, Saturday, November 15th at Timrod Park. Serve up some friendly competition in the pickleball tournament starting at 9 a.m. Then warm up with the Chili Cook-Off at 11:30 a.m. The tournament